Hello everyone. Yeah, let's start our afternoon session. As still 2:04 p.m. is there, we will wait for 5 minutes and share the link to everyone so that everyone would join. After 5 minutes, we will start. Hello Bharat. So, good afternoon everyone. We are going to start the session. So, first Bharatraj, founder of Rocking Foundations, will give intro of afternoon session and explain about the speakers of afternoon session, and like that we will proceed.
Good noon. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining with us PharmD Insight 23, organized by Rocking PharmDian and RX Doctors in collaboration with Team at Research Solution. Now, let's begin with session 2. First speaker, Sakina, Dr. Sakina, a passionate PharmDians, admin of Rocking PharmDians, Vision 2030 and PharmD Insight webinar organizers, guiding PharmD students since 4 years. Uh, our topic is how to overcome struggles during PharmD studies. Welcome, Sakina, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, Bharat. So let's start with how to overcome struggle during PharmD studies. As we know that PharmD studies, as first year to sixth year, there is a struggle if we don't have a proper guidance. If we don't have a proper guidance or idea or through knowledge about subjects. So here are and there are some points I'm going to highlight about PharmD and what are the opportunities and how the real life struggles are going on with PharmD in colleges or in hospitals. What we are facing troubles. And after PharmD, what are the issues we are going, and what are the mindset of people nowadays, and how people are reacting to jobs, like what, why, why a particular job is highlighting, and what are the jobs which is most highlighted and paid, and why some jobs are most hiring, and how to crack interviews, how can we mandate the resumes, like that we will talk about everything in general. Like there is particularly about my motto of this speaking is only about PharmDs. There is not about a particular job, not about a particular company or college or anything. It's simply on PharmD insight. So inside to get guided about PharmD. So in between you can ask any questions in YouTube or in Zoom also. We can take over the questions. So let's start. First, I'm going to talk about PharmD. While joining PharmD, actually in my page, I get a lot of questions from students and everyone about PharmD. Many of B-Form students will ping me and ask me about questions like, is PharmD good up after B-Form? If we need to prepare for anything like that, or some PharmD graduates who are after 12, they are if they are interested to join, they will let me know that what is PharmD and how can we join. So first we will focus on this topic. This is for the students who want to join PharmD. If you want to join PharmD after B Form, it is good. Because there are many people out there who has done B Form, PharmD after B Form, and has also done PhD after doing B Form, PharmD, and PhD. They have most successful career. Like that also they can proceed, as we know that PharmD in being if they do first B Form, after that if they do PharmD, it take a little bit long for them. As after B Form, if they join PharmD, they will got to enter in fourth year of PharmD. So like that, the journey of PharmD of 6 years for being in B Form and PharmD PB, it will take 7 years for them. Like that, it's a bit long, but however they will get the same opportunities and everything as same as a PharmD. They will be registered as a PharmD, like that. So there is no issue anything, like if you have done B Form and you don't know about PharmD earlier, like you can't do PharmD and you will be less oriented in jobs or anything, as you are a B Form. No, nothing. The value of the Form D is same if you done then B Form also. So for what about the people who are through this, that they are newly to Form D, that they are not belonging to Form D field, but they want to join in Form D. Mainly the focus is towards the 12 people who have done by PC mostly. So if they did not get any seat in anything and they would really interested in Form D, they would join. So they may ask the simple questions that is the doctorate is Form D is real, is how is the salary, we need to impress, we need to tell our parents about PharmD, like what are the job opportunities, did it paid good salary. The first question most of the people will think while before joining a PharmD is this only about salary based, about jobs based, because everywhere before joining PharmD, after PharmD, the second thing they will hear is the job purpose only, that PharmD don't have jobs, like that they will head. So they are confused. In YouTube also, if we search about PharmD, there are strikes and everything, which will make the student depressed who are really interested and very well worth for PharmD. But because of these, they lose hope and get depressed, and they want someone who can guide them. But they don't found anyone, so they try to message us and get and let us enlighten them. So I always focus on them, and I will take the time to guide them, and we will tell that it's not particular that there is no jobs in PharmD, as there we are seeing in our groups and webinars that there are most successful persons, everyone is doing great in their profession in certain criteria, there is something. everything needs to be focused. That even you do BTech or you do degree, anything, it can't be crack or you can't get job simply on plate. You need to put efforts, you need to study, you need to get passed out. After these things all are common. Like no job is no studies is something that after getting passed on the second day you have placed in a company, or without keeping efforts or anything you have get and placed in a big company. Everything needs efforts. I'm telling that every studies the particular course or the particular thing does not matter. What matter is our knowledge, our skills, our communication, our presentation, our positivity of taking it. These all gives us hope. And what hopes bring from us is the particular job which is out of the box. Whatever it is, whatever the profession is, your mindset should be always that whatever the career is, whatever, if there are no jobs, if there are no jobs, if there are 100 members for one job, but I will get that job. You should be that much confident that I will get that job only. I am having that skill. So keep up and be confident with your skills, that you don't need to get depressed about your skills. That I have skills. I am very multi-talented person. I am different from others. Maybe they don't have that. I have that. Like that, with this confidence, you can survive anywhere, not in India, whether the course is 2 days before or any 10 years before. If you have right skills, if you have right communication skills and everything, you can get survived in any career and you will think up. So these first thing I need to clarify that there are jobs you can join. If you are really interested, you can join in PharmD. It's really good course for also not being in career position only, for also for your knowledge, so you can teach, you can help out your family members. You have a personal knowledge that if to diagnose someone. Recently in my areas, in my relatives only, someone has a oral ulcer. They have oral ulcer but they don't know it's they what it is. They are just ignoring it as it is a oral ulcer, but it is not curing. As we know that ulcers can be cured. Whatever we take treatment, it will be cured without pain or without difficulty. In few days, it will be cure or it will be good. But if we don't take any treatment in few days, after it take a long time and it takes pain. After, but it will cure. Every disease which is not a very chronic disease, it will have a capacity of getting curing with day by day. If it is increasing day by day, it is some symbol of chronic disease. Like that, it is not curing. First, I also thought that it's a normal ulcer, and I have prescribed them as the oral ulcer drugs like that, ointments, gels, mucosal gel, like that. But it is not covering up, or day by day it is increasing. So I have take them to oncology hospital. They get biopsy and everything. After that, they get diagnosed with tongue cancer. I tried to convince all of their family members, but no one is able to accept that. They are not even allowing me to went to hospital, oncology hospital. They're telling that simply it's oral cancer. We don't know. Even a ENT specialist, they have visited a ENT specialist. The ENT specialist has also given oral ulcer drugs. So after that, as it is not, I have to clarify myself. I have to help out. I need to clarify that I have went and it have diagnosed as oral cancer, and they have underwent radiotherapy, everything, and now they are completely cured. The women I have shared in my Insta also. These are the stories that every day from weeks their process of healing. After that, it is very much better now. Like that, we can help out. So think that not only about career aspect, not about salary. We can help someone to save their lives and our lives if we get symptoms. Like that, PharmD will help out through your habits, through your profession, through your career. In every way, PharmD will be helpful. And what you need to do is, you need to write off support, you need right guidance, you need right education, you need practical knowledge, you need focus. All these you need to work on yourself to get rightly oriented. So after that, after joining PharmD, as we know, first year PharmD is completely new for us. The subjects are new for us. As the campus is new for us. Teachers, everything there is new, and it takes a lot difficulty. If there are subjects, in spite of subjects, the surroundings which make us so not helper. So it also a focus that we need to adjust, and with subjects after some days we will get to know about what are the exams like, how it is goes on, what are the subjects, how we need to crack, we need to do mids like that. So first year form this you need to focus on your studies only. In 4 years I will tell, rightly focus on studies. Don't do any further activities up to that. First you need to know. Don't think about opportunities also. I have seen many students who are second year and third year, and they start thinking about career, and they don't even grab their studies, but they are really depressed about future of PharmD. First you need to focus on your studies and grab the knowledge. After that only you are able to do any job if it is right for you. So, and also people will, if you think that if you are, I am also like in first of the like 4 years, I have interest in clinical side only. After in fifth year, I got changed my mind. Like in fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, you will let your mind change a lot of times. You're not particular because you don't be particular about a job that only I will do this job, because if you can't get it you will be like that, I have interest in that and I can't do any other job. Focus your mind and train your mind that any job it is I will be rightly focused and I can do any job. It is right for me. I will give my best, and why will I not get it like that? Always be that in mind. After that, okay, this is the students, and you need to rightly focus on mids. As we know that we got an average of two mids, we need to focus on two mids best test, because these internal marks counts a lot. After that, you need to rightly get 2 or 3 months before exams focused on. However, there are some students who start studying from the day one up to the last day. It will exhaust you. Daily education. It is okay if you are getting knowledge and practical knowledge. It would be good. But if you are exhausting your mind and stressing it by daily educating yourself like intermediate, like 10, it's really not a good thing. You are stressing your mind, you are stressing your body, and you are wasting your time literally, as I say. You need to focus for exams for good percentage. You just need the last 2 months. If you focus rightly just the last 2 months, truly for exams, it's an absolute idea to get a and crack a very good percentage. It's nothing to start day one, but in between, try to grab knowledge, try to improve your communication skills, try to do something out of the box and think about others. What can I do? Like something about that out of the box thinking, logical thinking. Try to practice, and in any way, try to grab try to focus what is my qualities, what is my, in which the points I am great, I am good in which point. There are some people who don't know about themselves. First, you want to know about yourself, like what I am in good, like I am good in presentation skills or I am not good in presentation skills. First, you need to know about yourself. Before knowing anyone, you need to know about yourself, in which ways you are good. Like that, you need to improve your personality, skills, and everything. If there are you that you can, if anyone asks you what are your weaknesses and strengths, you can able to tell them the next second of their question. Like it is not like up to that question you crack your mind. Yes, what are my strengths and weakness? I don't know, like that. After that, after this question you need to, after first year you will be confident. After first year, however, we get good marks, and like that that we will get confident. Okay, however, we need to do like that only in second year, third year, it goes on. After first year, everyone would be confident. Okay, we have cracked first year, like that only it goes on. In second year, as we get pharmacotherapeutics and pharmacology, as it is something new for us, as from PharmD. Here in second year, we think, yeah, we are studying such a medicine. In first year, we don't think that we belong to a medical course. If being to thought interns and everyone doctors, we think how will they get knowledge? There is nothing like medicines in first year PharmD, but in second year we feel ourselves as doctors. Yeah, we are doctors. We are studying drugs. We are studying diseases. So we need to study these diseases and we need to treat the patients. So in second year we will get the most doctor feeling. Everyone get that, as there are no pharmacovigilance or these subjects, we don't know even about it, about these subjects or these jobs exist. We know only doctor, and we are getting knowledge about diseases and drugs. So we need to do this, and we are only adhere to hospital field. As from second year, we are going to visit hospital, as it is so cherry for us. So we will be in that only second year will be passed, and after third year there are medicinal chemistry and a lot of volatile subjects in third year. Medicinal chemistry, BBPK, analysis. These subjects are tough. In these subjects tough, we will get the year pass out and staying. We need focus here exactly. As many people say that if you crack third year, it's like you have cracked a PharmD. After that, really the subjects are tough. You need to focus and get a good marks in third year. And after that, fourth year is completely full of labs. After fourth year, we will be happy that after 4 years, there is no labs further. In fifth year, we will be free from labs and free from a lot of six subjects. And we will get only three of subjects we will manage. However, we will manage these three subjects. We have from first year we have cracked the six subjects. What is three subjects is nothing for us. However, 6 months we will be free with project. And still fourth year in no one know what is project. As we know, yeah, something would be project like that. But it's not a exam now. It's okay, whatever we need to do something project, we will manage, but it's not exam. Because from first year, as we have adhered to project exams only, we get afraid of exams only. We don't know about project till yet. But after coming to fifth year, we will get to know about subjects. These are subjects in fifth year are completely new, as there are from fourth year. It's completely new subjects, full theory. There is nothing like logic or anything or derivations like that. These are the but fifth year subjects are really important, as we get IT field there. Fifth year subjects pharmacoepidemiology. Pharmacoepidemiology tells about economics, the cost effectiveness, the management of cost in hospitals or anything, and epidemiology, how drugs are going, what are the diseases more, and how we need to calculate that, like that pharmacoepidemiology will focus. And tdm is very important. It is what rightly focused on PharmD, as MBBS doctors or anyone, they don't know about therapeutic drug monitoring. They know about drugs, they know about drugs and their side effects, but they don't know about therapeutic drug monitoring. Therapeutic drug monitoring is like it's the strength of PharmD. Like therapeutic drug monitoring is something which will differentiate us from B form, from D form, from anyone. Therapeutic drug monitoring, that it is a detailed subject, like in narrow in digoxin, as like digoxin, as we know for cardiac heart failure, in for children, for kids, it is the drug, the dose of drug is high, but for adults the dose of this digoxin is low. Like that, this is detail, as everyone will think for babies, for children the dose would be low, but something therapeutic drug monitoring here works. And also there are some narrow therapeutic index drugs like like anti-epileptic drugs, and there are many drugs, phenytoin, like these drugs which have narrow therapeutic index. Like even in 0.01 grams, if you increase or decrease drug, it will alter the dose calculation. It will alter the dose and give the complete change. If you take paracetamol two times, it don't affect your body. But if it is phenytoin or something, even 0.1 gram will give you something surprising results. So here what PharmDs are trained for, to think something detailed. We are someone who has been made to do something detailed work, not something. There are MBBS for the work, for to prescribe something. But we are the ones who need detailed work. They are MBBS and every course are elaborated to do simple work. But we are the ones who are being made to monitor them, to check their results, and to detailed work to say see that it does it doing the job, does the drug doing the job, it's showing the right effect, it is giving in right time. Who will see these MBBS doctors? Is the drug? They will not have that much time. That's what we are invented. Like we need to give the keen study of every patient, to counsel them, to tell about every drug interaction, every side effect, and to monitor it is why it is effective. If you go through MBBS doctor, if there is a side effect, he will see, okay, this side effect, I'll change the drug, or he will give something, monitor the drug. If patient is having diarrhea, he will not think why is this diarrhea is causing, what happened, from which drug it is causing diarrhea to patient, and why this diarrhea, what change. I have given to two patients, they did not get that result, but why this patient? He will simply get loperamide to stop the diarrhea. He don't focus on why I need to remove the drug or alter the drug. This work is for PharmDs, as we need to see which drug it is. Why we need to see and which drug is causing, which drug is having side effects of diarrhea. So we will need to tell the doctor, sir, this drug has severe effect of diarrhea. So, but another same class drug or something drug is have, we can give alternative, and we can change it. By changing, we will not get diarrhea, and we will get the same action, same everything. Like that. Okay, the doctor will appreciate. Okay, like that. We are placed here. And there are the doctors who don't have that much in study. They don't have interactions knowledge. We need to see the interactions. Grape juice has interactions, everything has interactions. I've seen in a video where a ophthalmologist has sent video that where the patient is, there is a funny video that the patient is asking, should I take the drug in oral or anything? Should the patient is asking, should I take water, or can I take that juice? They are laughing on that video. Everyone, that patients will ask such questions. I have commented that it is nothing to laugh, because this is patient right to know everything about drugs, because they are not toffees or chocolates or anything to take as directed. We can take orally and take anything. There are drugs something. These are not like laboratories or chips anyone can make in house or anything. These are drugs. Something drugs means it is something very crucial. That's why it gets a lot of focus for it is drug only. That's why it is clinical trials are done, approvals as it is so tough. After that, clean monitoring, sterile monitoring, there is something which is very good now about this. It is something danger. That's why we need to tell the patient everything about. If they tell that you can take any juices, if there is an interaction with grape juice and a drug, so it will no give interaction. It will cause interaction. It will get not the therapeutic drug, not the therapeutic results. Okay, like that. I am telling the role of PharmDs, as most of the people don't know what our job. They will saying what we should do. We don't have any job. What we do. These are the key. We are the persons who are detailed workers. These are the detailed workers of us. And adverse effect monitoring also important. Very important adverse effect monitoring. Like adverse effect monitoring, because of adverse effect, there are some deaths happen. Because of adverse effect monitoring, some diseases will happen. like that. These are very important, but there are no someone rightly focused. Everyone thinks that it is negligible, but they are not negligible. Farmed is no better about that. This is not negligible. So I have get a lot of questions. So if there are any questions, you can ping me or ask me, or keep in chat box. I will go through it. Okay. Okay. After that, after some time, Bharat Raj will take a poster presentation. So if there are any questions, you can ask me. Let me. And about project, most of the people ask about project.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm getting.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Mohammad Huzaifa this side from Meerut. I am studying in Subharti University, which is in Meerut itself.
Okay. Yes.
Ma'am, we are in second batch of PharmD and we didn't know about what the process and what's the pros and cons and everything. We didn't get a good guidance and the good go
Okay.
through
Yes.
pathway through which we can
Okay.
go.
So what you want to know? We are here to guide you only. You, as you have understood, what are our roles about telling about these web. From while I am telling about PharmD's role only.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to know that what is the
Hmm.
role of diagnosing the patient or treating the patient with the medicines?
Huh.
Uh,
Yeah. I have got your
how
questions.
we
Like
can
you are
go
telling
through the
about
diseases?
our role in diagnosis. You are asking now.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you. Okay, it's a very important question, and it's a very detailed question that most of the students don't know. Like guys, farm days like that. Most of the students till the 60th year internship coming. They are in interns. They are passed out, but they don't know about what are the details of farm day. What are we up to made? Why we are created? Why we are our courses like that? Why we have launched? What are the works? They always try to grab the opportunities of other courses. We don't need that. We have our work enough that we don't need other jobs, other anything. So let me explain you. MBBS and other professions, they are treated, they are oriented with their course to get the diagnosis. They are mainly created, they are mainly their course is formed to diagnose a disease. They get thoroughly anatomy in first, second year. They get dissections, everything. They have a little part of knowledge about vast knowledge, every little part knowledge of anatomy. After getting anatomy, only you will be able to diagnose. So what about our PharmD? We know anatomy, but it's not we know about lab. We don't get dissections or we don't have guidance in hospital like that. This part is this. Only anatomy is for our basic knowledge that these are the parts and these after sense organs. Like, did we get thrown if the diagnosing part is for us, we will get anatomy dissections like labs like that. Diagnosis is not our part. Diagnosis is completely part of MBBS doctors. Even diagnosis part is very much tough. Even MBBS, if you do MBBS, you can't able to diagnose every disease. You can diagnose simple disease, but not a thoroughly disease. Even a single small disease, even a migraine, have a lot of subtypes of migraine. So it's very difficult to diagnose. So after that, these diagnosis part is done by MDs. They get 3 years of education. And also, as you know, ophthalmology has done MBBS, but he don't prescribe any other parts. He only prescribed ophthalmology because that much keen is diagnosis, that much detail they go to diagnose. In up to MD, they go to diagnose something. And we founders don't have part in diagnosis, as because of studying the diseases, we get to know. If you have a good knowledge in pharmacotherapeutics, you will get to know about what is diagnosis part, like what are the symptoms, and by lab values you will get to know. But we are not the ones who are created to diagnose, but it is for only MBBS students, MBBS graduates, and MD graduates. But they don't have. They also have knowledge in therapy, but as not as much as as we have, as they have pharmacology and everything, and they are rightly guided with hospitals and everything to get treated. And as we have in treatment, we have major role in treatment. We don't have a particular role in diagnosis, but after diagnosing a part, we have our role after diagnosis to treat the patient, to counsel the patient. As from while I am telling about therapy, these are our roles. I think I have answered your question well. Okay.
Ma'am, I wanna ask that how could we work as a doctor in the field of a doctor? Like the people who are already working in the after
Hmm.
doing the PharmD, and
Yeah.
if we could go for MD2 in India or in abroad only.
In India, MD is not there. In
Not yet,
MD, in
not
India,
yet
there are
approved.
some not yet approved. There are very there are some there are some countries where the MD is managed, and as you said that there are people after PharmD they are doing as a doctors. They are not doing as a MD like diagnostic doctors. They are doing physician assistant. They are doing duty medical officer. They are doing clinical pharmacist. These three jobs we have in hospital. These from three doing the three jobs also we are called as doctors, as we have doctorate degree, and we do something which is beneficial to patient. So it is a doctor job only, but not something related to diagnosis. We do the treatment part of counseling, adverse effect monitoring, and drug interactions monitoring, and dose management, and modification of dose, alteration of dose. These all we do as a doctors in hospital. Still anyone? There is only some time left. Working as DMOs, will it be good to do? Yeah, Shehzad, working as DMOs would be good if you are really passionate about in hospital field. As there are some persons dream, it's a dream itself. They have taken up PharmD only to interact with patient, to do service to patient. If you are really interested in hospital field and passionate about your job, you can act as DMO. It would be great. But as for salary you are asking and career you are passionate about it, so I don't think, as I have heard, it would be a minimal job, like without any growth, particular growth. You will not get a growth and salary like other courses like ITs. You will get you will get respect. You will be good as a doctor. You will do your passionate job. You will get a salary which is satisfied for you with your job. But for a growth of career, if you want to be something successful, and if with every year you need to have an opportunities and improve yourself, DMOs I don't think is good. And still anyone, there is only some time. If you have any questions, you can ask, or else I will only continue with project after that. DM was yes, yes, Muhammad Huzefa. I told about DM was only. DM was means duty medical officer. As a doctor, as a PharmD, we get the job as a duty medical officer. So I wanted to tell about project something. I get a lot of questions about project, like how we need to select our project title like that. I have guided to many people about project. That is projects is something that no one, many people ask me to give a title. I only tell that I can't give a title. It is your project. I am not doing it. If I give also, if you are not interested in it, it won't be a good project. So you are the ones who are doing project. You have to choose your project. So to all the fresh foundations also who are in first, second, third, fourth year, listen about project. Project is something 6 months period. After in fifth year, you get the project which will stay with you in life career. Like in CV, in everywhere, you need to keep that project in CV. and they will ask you about what are the projects you have done in your PharmD. So project is something we will get marks also. We need to present our project, and for that we get marks. Project for choosing a project, you need to do what is you try to think which area, which part of area you are interested. Is it pharmacoeconomics or research or disease or drugs? You can do project on anything. And for choosing a title, if you are interested in cardiovascular, then you need to choose a title. You can't choose anything simply like on this drug I will do. For getting an idea, you need to do what is you need to search in internet. You need to search and focus rightly. You need to take a pen and a book, and you need to take a lot of all the journals. If you search journals related to cardiovascular, you will get a lot of journals. You have to note every title as you like. If you by searching only, you will get a view that these are the titles. We need to present the title like that. By you, what you need to do, you need to keep all the titles which you like. After writing some 50 or 100 titles, you will get an idea like which drugs you want to focus on, drugs title or disease title. Or if there is something already posted, you can also uh, work on the project on same. But as the study would be different, as the sample size would be different, as the statistical test would be different, it will cause another study which is completely different. Different people, different sample size, different area, everything different. So like that you will again compare also that this study have this results or this study has this result. I have done the same study with these results, I have got these results. Like that you can take a good project in your focus. And I'm getting what is the what is the role of medical advisor of PharmDians? Role of medical advisor. I did not get that. Amna Siddiqui. So Pallavi, why don't we have practical trainings in hospital like foreign countries? A PCI is not making any implementations about this. We can't. This is what we have, dear. We can't blame anyone in this career, as everyone has their aspects. If we blame also, if we even you go on roads or strike, there is no reach onto the PCI. I too don't know about that. And foreign people, as in India, it's a new course, as Ajit sir has said in morning. We need a lot of time. Even MBBS, in beginning MBBS also, as today it is highlight course in beginning when MBBS came in all countries, as also in India it is no, because that time people are only focused on Ayurveda and these are the remedies. They don't think, they are afraid to take medicines. Why should we take that? What is that? Why should we take? We are from our ancient peoples, they are following Ayurveda, they are doing yoga, these things. They also has it is not like that. And by doing MBBS from the beginning, of course, they have got a vast opportunities. They are getting lakhs of jobs from the beginning. From the beginning only, if anyone crack MBBS, they are getting appreciated. Like as of now, every course has struggles. As we know, BTech also from many years, BTech is a downward course. But after lockdown, they also get oriented. They also get, so every course type is struggle. After that, they will get valued. Inshallah, there is a time would become when PharmD would be. Think people will talk that before in 2023 or in 2008, PharmD would be a downward course. There is no one know PharmD. They would be think that's a PharmD is such a great course. There would be someone in future telling, like as I said about MBBS, like PharmD would be such a great course. But in that period, people don't have that value. Inshallah, it would happen one day. So be with positive mind. Can we start clinic in small villages for the treatment of minor disease? In clinic or village, as illegal only. It may be a city, it may be a country. or it may be a village. As for PCI, and it is illegal only. But as we know, there are RMPs. There are not even RMPs if they have compounder knowledge. They are opening cleanings and guiding. But I don't think it's a right path, because if you don't have knowledge, if someone has come up, if you open a clinic, if there is a patient in emergency, he might think that you are a doctor, you will treat him. If you can't able to treat him in emergency, what will have happened? So it's a risky job. But if you have right knowledge, you can counsel patients, you can do work, and you can help out everyone with your knowledge. His prescription right is approving for us, the PCA chairperson said in his brief. It is saying from the beginning only, from the beginning of 2008 only, it is said that PCA people will PharmD will get prescription rights. But I don't know when we will get that right. Ma'am, can PharmDs do MD after PharmD? Yes, now PharmDs can do MD. There are some persons I might have know they are doing PharmD and MD in some countries, but I don't know about the criteria. And I think after PharmD, if doing PharmD after 6 years and again spending a lot of time and money and efforts, everything, in spite of these, focus on your skills and improve your skills and take a good career way. Like that only you will get reach the path, get reach the position what a MD would reach. But in farm defeat, could be good. So only 10 minutes is there. Is there any questions right now? You can spoke up. I will try to answer. Yes, someone is asking, how, ma'am, how can we improve our skills? So, Shehzada, skills improving is something which is right from us. It is an inner voice that no one can sharp you or tell you. But here, improving skills means your focus. You need to improve your skills by keeping on efforts. You need to keep efforts on your education. You need to don't waste time and work on yourself. I always tell to someone, if you are really passionate, there are some people who don't like clinical jobs. If you have something in medical writing only, if you want to get a job, or in PV, from the time you got to think that I'm only good for this position, I'm made only for this position, to then try to grab every point, like about medical writing. If you think medical writing, you only know about medical writing word, you don't know nothing. But you think that I am made for this profession, try to grab knowledge everything about medical writing, that there should be nothing related to medical writing which you don't know. There is not a single word related to it you don't know. Try to from fourth year you got to know about medical writing and you want a career in it. From fourth year only you start taking tape, keep a notebook and write everything you get to know about medical writing. If you watch a one video of medical writing, there would be some words, some unknown words which you don't know. And again, keep all these words in your notebook, and every word again on that word, each of word, get to know complete detail of that word. And after that, again some words. By searching some 10 words, you will get to know another 100 of words which is related to medical writing and you don't know. Like that, you will get to know every bit of medical writing. By this, no, there is no one who will not able to accept you as a medical writer. If you know everything about that, who will reject you? He must be a fool to reject you if you know everything. He must be in loss. So like that, you need to focus and improve your skills, means presentation skills, communication skills. You need to eliminate the fear of public speaking and everything. You need to focus and be confident. If even you are telling something wrong, you should be, it would be loud and passionate that someone would if they know it is wrong, they might think 100 times that if he is that much confident and he is that person who is full of knowledge, how can he might be wrong? Maybe I don't know. I might be wrong. He should have think themselves. That confidence we need everywhere. By that, if they are wrong, also they should not be able to question us that you are wrong. That's called skills. What about paper publications? How does it affect our career after PharmD? Yes, publications is something important, but it's not important as that. I think it's everything is important for a piece of paper. It is not like that. If there are publications important, you have done 100 of publications, but you don't have any other skills based on publications. You want career and everything. It's not. If it is nothing that you don't have publications, you don't know about that, you are not worth it. No, everything matters. So try to publish everything about. If you have right skills in a particular topic, do projects and made publications in journals. Yes, Bharat. So, is there any question still? I think I have guided all the and answered all the questions. So, after few minutes, we have our guest, our next speaker.
Thank you, Sakina ma'am, for sharing your expertise
Yes,
view.
thank you so much, Bharat. We have our next speaker, Dr. Peter sir, who is a medical writer, as everyone is interested in nowadays in medical writing, let us know. So Bharat, give an introduction and invite Bharat sir, and invite Dr. Peter sir.
Our next speaker, Dr. Peter Zer, medical writer, global regulatory affairs specialist, founder and CEO of Urban Medical Academy, online platform for better career guidance, clinical research, pharmacovigilance, medical coding, regulatory affairs, clinical SaaS, ex-medical officer, ICMR, secretary, PharmD Doctors Welfare Association. And sir is here today to share your career highlights. Welcome, sir.
A warm welcome, Dr. Peter sir. Thank you for joining us, and we are very passionate to listen to us, to listen to you and get guided. Please enlighten us with your knowledge and experience. We are very glad to have you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, a very good afternoon to everyone. I hope I just want to have a okay, fine. So is it my voice audible to everyone? If yes, people, you can.
Yes, sir. It is absolutely audible, sir.
Yes, completely fine. Okay, so my name is Dr. Peter Kadamanla. Okay, I'm a PharmD graduate and I'm completely from Hyderabad region, which is Telangana, the southern part of the India. And I have completed my PharmD from JNTUH. So before going to complete my PharmD only, I started joining into one of the institute and I was learned regarding the things like clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and clinical SaaS, medical writing, everything. And the clinical SaaS, medical, it's a SaaS base and advanced, everything it has been covered here. So in the meanwhile, in 2007, I started my first job as a drug safety associate. I was into pharmacovigilance. Then after that, due to some instance at my college and all the things, then I have to quit my job. Then later I joined into, if it is yes, then if people are ready to accept a video, and I guess it will be more good interaction. I'm going to turn on my video. It will be more good. Yes. Can you people can see me because it is something on the screen. Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you people stop sharing anything here, then we can have a video inside here.
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah. Fine. So can you people can see me here on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Completely fine. So after joining there, I had to join into the clinic, into the pharmacovigilance. I was working into the drug safety as a drug safety associate. Then later, I was completely going to my college, hospital in the 5th and 6th year. Then there I was supporting to my doctors as a part of my academics. I was doing my clerkship and an internship there itself in the Sunshine Hospitals in Hyderabad. Okay, and then I was into completely helping the administrative department and also helping the doctors where they used to do the clinical research, and I used to support in the results part and the study populations and all these things. Then based on that experience, I was working into the same hospital as a DMO. Then later, I joined there after completing my all the things, completed my academics and everything. Then later, very soon after completing my doctorate at in the PharmD, there I was in search of a job again because that should be a permanent job because now I'm out of the hospital and out of the college. Now this is the part where I have to work on. So then I decided to get into the one good job again. Then luckily I was into the ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research. Then that was a medical officer. I was performing my clinical trials there. I was handling the phase 3 randomization clinical trials for the TB vaccine. Then later I was into malaria, and now the cancer related trials are going on. So I was completely having a vast experience into the complete clinical research and into the pharmacovigilance, not only onto one module. I've been experienced almost all around like 6 years of experience I'm having into this. So the moment I decided that having an experience, having a sound knowledge with me, that doesn't make any sense for me. Then after seeing many things, because me being appointed as a secretary for the PharmD Doctors Welfare Association in Telangana region, so I thought to decide. I was attending for the many of the meetings at the same time, dharnas and all these things. Have been many things because people are very much interested in to learn something, and at the same time they was very much interested in to do jobs and all these things. But there is one question here: what kind of jobs the people have to do? Everybody, whoever is going to complete their PharmD, they are going to fix themselves as a completely as a doctors. So what is happening here is completely the people, whoever is going to start their career into the hospital, or some people who are going to start their into the career into the pharma, into the MNC, having their own responsibilities, and they are going to perform their roles and responsibility jobs here. So as I was working into this, I just want to give a sound knowledge and give a glimpse of idea how these people can come into the IT industries, and how we can perform our jobs, and what are the things we need to do before getting into the jobs, and how we'll be getting a jobs into this. Everything it has been clearly explained here. Okay, so let me share my screen, and Bharat, can you please stop sharing the screen so that I can share whatever is there from my side? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, got it. Fine. So this is me, Peter Kadamanla, a founder of Urban Medical group of companies. And in that, there is one thing like a Urban Medical Academy, and the other one is Urban Pharmaceuticals. The other one is the third one is Urban Health Clinical Research, and the fourth one is Urban Health Urban Overseas Education Overseas Services. Okay, so this is initially it is started in 2018. And due to COVID, there was a little bit break in the between. Then again, very soon after COVID, we are being back to the form again. Now the complete pavilion is back, and it is working hard, very good way. So we are the group of 4 members, including me, and I'm the complete founder and the CEO of this Urban Medical group of companies. Okay, so having experience into this, we are completely working globally right now. We are in India, we are in London, we are in Dubai, we are in Australia, USA also. Okay, we are working everywhere, and the students here are into the academics, and they are also helping the other students like juniors, your sub juniors. Everyone is going to be the part of this. And the next, when coming to me, right now, currently I'm working as a principal medical writer. I'm also a public speaker, career counselor, ex-medical officer in ICMR, doctorate of pharmacy from JNUH. I have also completed my master's in clinical psychology from Harvard Medical School, the founder of these things. Okay, so my direct career guidance, it will be around these things, which I'm not going to be out of the boundaries, and within the compound only it will be reaching you people. Okay, so the job career after PharmD, pharmacy, and M-Pharmacy. So if people from B Pharmacy or M Pharmacy are here, and whoever is going to attend, that will be very much clear to everyone also here. Okay, the thing is, whenever you complete your 6 years or 4 years or 2 years of M Pharmacy and B Pharmacy in 4 years, then you can find all your core jobs first point. Yes or no? Because if you people can speak it out, it will be more clear to me also whether how it is going on, the things are going well or not into the discussions here. So if I could get any response, that will be more interesting, and will be good more to interact with you people. Okay.
Yes.
So we are having a core pharmacy jobs, like either we'll be working as a DMO, or else as a clinical pharmacist, or else like a pharmacist into the medical stores. Okay, fine. So when coming to this MNC employee, what is MNC employees? It is like a multinational companies, whereas ITES, we are not as a IT employees, or else we are not called as a software employees. We falls under the ITES. It is like an information technology enabled services, whereas the services are being conducted in the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, medical writing, and clinical SaaS. Most of the people are aware of these all kind of categories and the modules which need to be learned and getting a job into this kind of things. Okay, here what happens exactly and how you will be getting jobs in here. So very soon after PharmD, most of the people from PharmD, wherever in the first point, I'll always guide the students, and I'll take the reviews of them, so that what they want to decide, it will be given some time. Then after that, we'll be having a good discussion again, and there will be Zoom classes, and all these will be conducted here. So what happens exactly when the students reach to me? There will be a number of questions will be asked to me, and at the same time, I'll be answering to many of the questions. But by the end of the day, what is going to be done? Even after giving a good core explanation of all these things, what student want to do, he will be doing. But at the moment, whatever I said, that will not be performed by the end of the day. I'll just tell you one thing. So while you are performing all your project work in the 5th year, there will be a mentor to you, all of people, right? There are a group of people like 3, 4, or 5 people will be working on one. They'll be picking up one title, and you people will be working on one of the project. And by the end of the day, within 90 days or 120 days, you'll be submitting your first protocol. Then after 200 days, you'll be you'll be completely submitting all your thesis. Okay. And this will be done with the help of your mentor. Yes or no? So here what happens? Yes, here what happens? So only you people cannot perform all the things. That is the reason your principal, your HOD will be appointing you with the help of these your guider, your mentor. You will be going ahead. If there is any corrections need to be done in the protocol or everywhere, that will be guided by one of your faculty. Yes. So here what happens? By the end of the day, your project will be successfully done, and that will be projected, and at the same time that will be submitted, and your marks will be allotted by the end of your 6th year. That project will be published into the international or national level article levels. Publication work will be done. So here, who plays a vital role? First point, the mentorship, who is going to be provide the mentorship for you people, and the second, who is going to work on that particular project. That means the students or the juniors or whoever it is going to be a part of that particular project. Here, the same way, once you are going to complete your PharmD, B Pharmacy, or M Pharmacy, whatever the course it is, everybody falls under PCI. Here, what actually happens? Most of the people, whoever is going to reach to me, they are saying that, sir, we have already completed our PharmD of 6 years course. Do we need to undergo with any of the coaching, or else anything which is going to be helpful for us. Yes, eventually, when there is something extracurricular activities at the same time, when there is a weightage, it is going to be produced at your resume. That will be providing a very good way. Okay, so that shows that how good and how much skilled you are. Yes or no? I can say you one thing. There are few people, such personalities like Sachin Tendulkar. He is never going to be successful without his mentor. Even PV Sindhu without Gopi Chand Pollela, she is never going to be successful into the Olympics. Okay, the same way, if there is no mentor, if there is no guider to you, people to guide you to the best way, if you're not going to reach to anyone, then that will not be helpful to you, because the moment you take a birth and you come into this world, there is someone to hold your hand, make you to crawl, then next walk, then run, then jog, and then run. Then by the end of the day, the life is going to be completed at the age of certain age. Yes or no? So there should be always someone that you should seek for the guidance. At the same way, based on the experience, you are all the people, you people will be guided onto the best platforms. Yes, because all over there are like 500 plus students. I started mentoring in 2017. Okay, so there are 500 plus students across the world who is going to perform their duties and responsibilities after the mentorship from the Urban Medical Academy. I can proudly say that, because the reason, when I was in my college, there was no one to come to my college, and people doesn't even know what exactly the PharmD is. Then I made a move out of the college. Then I went into the streets of educational institutes. Then I was in search of a best role. Then I wanted to learn something which is going to be a good and going to be create one of the pathways. See, we doesn't need to be on the government always. That there should be something. There should be something that which is going to be like, always there should be only government to provide opportunities and to create one of the pathway. There is something that if you are having a good sound knowledge and enough communication skills and the sound knowledge on the particular subject and the module, then you people can start your own agenda and you can move ahead with this. So I started doing this, not only keeping this kind of information with me. So I just want to give this kind of information to my juniors, sub-juniors, and everywhere within the colleges. So I started a move to the colleges, and I started meeting the principals, HODs, and having a healthy connection from the LinkedIn and everywhere, so that I can create one of the platform where career guidance for the PharmD, so that people can at least out of 100, even 2 or 3 people are getting trained on people getting job oriented skills, or the people who are going to be on the good platform. That will be very much helpful to me. That 1 or 2 is very much helpful to me also at the same time. Here I started this kind of guest lectures with 3 people, like around in the beginning, like now around there are 500 plus around the globe, and they are working into the different companies. So here, coming to this, what we need to learn and when we need to learn and what are the things, is that much mandatory to learn all the things like clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and medical writing. So do you people have any doubts regarding this? If yes, kindly please feel free to reach me. I'm not your lecturer or anything like that. I'm one of your mentor who can guide you and make you to show you one of the best pathway for you people. Either in a chat session, or else you can unmute your mic and please ask the question. That will be more good, so that it will be clearing all other mindsets also. Do people have any doubts? If no, and there is no, the silence will be considered as a no. Yes, fine.
So
Yes,
some
please.
persons are asking in YouTube questions in chat box about research papers, sir.
One moment, let me check there. Whoever is asking for the, let me go on to the YouTube channel. Sorry for that. If people are asking on the YouTube, if I have missed anything like that, please let me check the YouTube channel also.
Still, if anyone here in Zoom also, if you want to ask questions, on your mic and ask questions.
Yes. So, is there any recent question that has been asked at the time of, sir, I wanted to write a research paper on, okay, is this Puspanjali Panda? Okay, chemistry teacher wasn't very happy. What can I say? Sorry, completely sorry for that. So, just want to know that, is there any new questions, Sakina, there? Career mapping.
No, sir. No.
Okay, sir, I wanted to write a research paper on fine, completely fine. So let me go on to this. So here, whatever we are going to train here, that will be very much helpful to you all the people. At the same time, here the design of the course and everything, it is designed by me, and no other people are being going to handle here, like taking a part of this designing of the course or else course curriculum and everything, because based on the experience we people have come out, and we are also still working with one of the organizations, and at the same time we are doing this kind of things. Why? Because most of the people are completely unaware of the things, how after completing the PharmD, what they need to do, how it will be conducted, and what it is going to be, and how the life of the PharmD career and we PharmC and PharmC people are going to be happy. The thing majorly I can say is, when you are ready to learn something, then the life always will teaches you. At the same time, coming to the core and academic subjects, there is huge and there is an ocean of subject to learn from the academics of the same. Okay, so I just want to tell you one thing. So there is one question here, Shivam Saini. What skills to improve to get into the CR and CGM as a fresher? The company PharmD course can be made. Okay, first I'll be clearing all the doubt of the Shivam Saini. So the thing is that whoever is going to complete till today, we have already completed like around 8 batches. It is 8th batch is going to be. It is right now it is going on with our Urban Medical Academy. And here the course curriculum, what we are going to make students to sit on, we are completely taking this as a 3 to 3.5 months of course. In this 3 to 3.5 months of course, what we are going to make the students to learn, we are not only giving the 1 or 2 modules and making the people time waste on the making the students to waste their money or anything. Whoever it is going to come here for the career guidance,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. Sir,
Yes.
there are questions in chat box. Sir.
One moment, let me clear out this and go to the chat box again. Okay, I'm coming back to the chat box questions only. Okay, so here whatever you are going to learn, it will be helpful to the entire career for the next 30 years or 40 years into the career field. That means a completely professional career field. Here we are making you to learn the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and medical writing. So why I didn't mention here for the clinical SAS? Because most of the students and most of the other platforms, wherever it is, people are creating some false agenda, and these kind of things are to be conveyed to the students, giving the false hope on the job and making the students to sit and trying to grab their fees like around 70,000, 80,000, 1 lakh, and wasting their time and money. Even if the money is wasted, we can earn, but once the time is wasted, that cannot be reverted back into the whole life. That is the main reason I took a very hard step, because the service oriented into the education is one of the hard steps. Here we need to take all my negatives, then only I can go ahead with a positive mind. So here what happens here exactly? So whatever we are going to train the students, we are training the students on all the 4 complete modules which are mentioned into the below the MHCM. Because that learning of one clinical research or one regulatory affairs will not make you people to be in a good position. Because all these things, whatever it is being mentioned here, all these are interrelated, and these are completely clinically interrelated, and these are life cycle of the drug which will be lying in between these 4 only. First, I'll tell you how it is going to be happen. The first, when there is a new molecule that in the research lab, then there will be coming up with a good things that that molecule should be used to create one of the new drug development. The drug development process and the phases of everything of the trials will be conducted into the clinical research. Okay, so at the same time, what happens here? To conduct one of the clinical research, to conduct one of the project, we need to have a thesis, right? Okay, in the academics, we call this as a thesis. When coming to the live clinical trials, we call this as a protocol. Okay, so this protocol will be written, handled, and this complete composition of the protocol will be done by the medical writing team, where this medical writing team is one of the part where they'll be preparing the thesis, and there is many more departments within the medical writing, like redactions, anonymizations, okay, all these things, QA/QC department, everywhere that will be involved. So in the beginning itself only, the medical writing and the clinical research of the complete knowledge is very much helpful. Once the drug is developed and before sending it into the market, then in the fourth phase, there is the post-marketing and pre-approval of the drug. Whereas the pharmacovigilance will be handling the complete drug development process into the market. Whereas the pharmaco means the drugs, the vigilance means the inspection. Within this inspection and the pharmacovigilance, what is happening? There will always monitor the drugs ADRs and ADEs. That means 24/7, 365 days, the drugs will be under inspection even after completing their laboratory lifetime and coming into the market. That is the main reason there will be always the drug withdrawal, reconciliation, always this kind of things will be happen with the help of a regulatory affairs. Then what is the role of regulatory affairs here? The regulatory affairs will be completely handling of the post-marketing approvals and the pre-marketing approvals. Whereas all the MAH guidelines, marketing authorization authorities, all the local regulatory bodies, whether at what condition, what are all the labeling requisites will be mentioned, and that will be clearly done with the help of the regulatory affairs. Okay, so these are the main reasons that the particular 4 modules have been clearly mentioned here. Whenever the fresher is going to attend for an interview, he or she must have this sound enough knowledge when attending for the MNC level corporate structural interviews, because going and paying only for the clinical research doesn't give you the sound knowledge of the complete subject. Likewise, I'll give you one example. If you are going to attend for your 5th year of exams, you will never learn only clinical research and attend for 2 other exams in the written form. You will be learning all the 3 theory exams, and you'll be performing the different exams. And by the end of the day, you'll be getting the results. Okay. The same here. Once if you are having the entire from the A to Z of the clinical researchers, everything whichever falling here, that is the very much sound knowledge, and that you will never be rejected at the point of interview. So that is the main reason most of the people, whoever is going to join here with the Urban Medical Academy, we are first guiding the students, then we are explaining the course curriculum, and at the same time we are training everything, whatever is mentioned here. Okay, so coming to the questions whichever has been asked on to the chats. Okay. Okay, so the first question, what questions would be asked in PV interviews? Shehzad. So there are many questions whichever has been into the PV interviews, because we cannot particularly say that only these kind of questions will be asked at the time of interview, because the same way what we can expect is whenever you're going to write your final exams, we cannot expect, there might be some repeated questions, there might be some milestones where you have to learn it very full-fledged and perfectly. By the end of the day, if you are going into the PV interviews, you should be very much well known about the glossary of the PV, and at the same time, you should be very much well known about the Edura Vigilance and the Argus tool, so that at least your answers are not been considering, but based on your practical experience, you will be hired into the particular positions. I hope, Shahzad, your question is clear. And next, Aisha. Sir, when is the right time to learn SAS, PV, CTM? Is it better to learn in 5th year or 6th year or after PharmD? I'll tell you one thing, Aisha. The major problem is most of the people, they will be learning after completing their PharmD. Okay, and some people, and like me, I was learning I learned all these courses while I was into the 5th year, for completely after completing into the 5th year, for 4th year. So when you are attending, when that means when the soldier is going for a war, he or she should be very much well prepared, okay, to get into the war. Okay, never expect that, okay, after completing our family, we will be going and we will be performing our duties, and that means I'll be doing job somewhere, and whatever the job is there, and based on that job, I will be going ahead and I'll be learning one thing. So that is a very false decision that I can say you, because at the time of learning age only you have to learn, but at the age of 45, 50, you cannot sit and learn, right? So even once you're done with your college days, you will never be turning back and opening the book and sitting back. So what I can suggest, the best thing, the moment when you complete your PharmD, like, like 5th year, your project or anything, when you are entering into the 6th year or 5th year, whatever it is, if you are entering into the 6th year, if you're trying to get into this such kind of things, whereas parallelly, you will be performing an internship, and at the same time, you can also learn these things like clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, CDM, and everything. So these kind of things, by the end of the day, if you're initially, it will be completed within 3.5 to 4 months hardly, and later, very soon after completing your family, like you're getting your course completion certificate, if you try to apply for courses, if you try to apply on the interviews based on the entry level, like a 0 to 1 year experience or 0 to 6 months of experience, then based on your CV and based on your theoretical knowledge and at the same time areas of expertise, you will be getting an opportunity if your interview is done very well. I hope Aisha's question is also very clear. And okay, so is there still any questions regarding this, regarding the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and medical writing? If any questions, please
Sir, in
don't.
YouTube chat box, we still have 10 minutes, sir.
How to improve skills to get into the CR CTM as a fresher. So I can always tell that students like freshers never think that 6 years of course curriculum is enough to get into the jobs. Yes. Why? Because see, I can tell you one thing, but a good example. If your mom is asking you to get one of the Jersey milk packet at Reliance Smart or anywhere, okay, so you will be going to the particular store and you'll be finding for the Jersey milk packet. Exactly. Yes or no? So what happens here? So one day you'll be going and there is no stock available at a particular store. The second day you'll be going, there is no stock available at the superstore. Then what happens? Do you prefer going to the same store on the third day and wasting your time by going 100, 200 meters by walk? No, right? So what happens here? You will try preferring to the next shop, which is 200 meters far, and you are getting it for 2 rupees less and having a good quality of a milk. The same here, because when the particular candidate is going to attend for an interview, that he or she, her interview, that particular CV should be very much well structured, whereas all your academics, okay, and all your areas of interest, all your certifications, including your paper publication work is very much important. That shows, apart from that, see, no HR is going to look after your marks, first point. The HR or the manager, whoever is in the core departments into the companies, they will only look at your resume and at your face, so that how confident you can build your career and how confident you are to work into one company with your sound knowledge. That shows how well structured you are. Because When you are learning something only, when that time you will be getting hired into these companies. There are many people who are keeping their fake resumes, attaching their fake certifications, telling that I'm having so and so knowledge. All these such kind of people are being completely cleaned up into the recessions. I guess if you people know about this recession, very soon, starting into the 2023, companies like Bioclinica, Jubilant Pharma, these kind of companies are keeping the students, the candidates out of the company. The main reason is because people are not being well structured as per the ICH GCP guidelines. There is one example I'll tell you, that here everyone has completed their pharmacy, right? Without your certification, do you people will be considered as a pharmacy? Yes or
No,
no?
sir.
No. Why? You're having sound knowledge and you can tell it verbally, and you people, HRs is also going to listen. But there is something called your provisional certificate and your original degree, that he or she has been completed so and so course in particular duration and with the so and so class. So there is an attestation of the Pharmacy Council of India, there is attestation of your principal, college, and a JRV particular university. So here what is happening? That is showing that particular person is having their certification and their complete sound knowledge into this. The same way, if you are trying to be excel in your careers, learning something is very much mandatory, and at the same time being excelling in your careers is a very much mandatory things. Never think that we can look after later on. See, if you are attending for an interview without having a sound knowledge into that, and you will never be hired into that particular organization, because there is a simple example what I said you. If you don't find a particular milk packet at the particular store, you will not prefer going to that particular store. Yes, the same way, if you people are not having your particular sound knowledge into the particular things, then you will never be hired, and you will always getting a simple word answer that we will get back to you. So I just want you people to be in a good position, or else you people want to sit in the same way, like sitting like a rock and working as a normal jobs. Because I'll tell you the thing, even the company, wherever I'm working right now as a principal medical writer, then my associate directors and my reporting director for the particular department, he has completed his PharmD in 94 from USA. And the people who are into this PharmD are being very much respected into the market. Never fall into the false allegations, or never take any negativity. See, even though if there is negativity, when you people are taking your negativity, then you will always be in a positive way to make it in a good way, so that at least you will find some good ways to keep that everything into the positive way. So always make sure that you are going to learn something, have your certifications very well, okay, having a good sound knowledge, at the same time having your good certification, and your communication skills is the most mandatory thing. Be confident in whatever the things if you are going to be do it. Okay, coming to the next question. After completing PharmD course, can we make our own drugs? Yes, and I'm very sorry for this query here. We are never into the manufacturing units, and we are never into the hospitals. We are working we should always be into the clinical pharmacologist, or else into the clinical pharmacist. We are completely a doctor of pharmacy candidate, but we are not exactly that. I'll tell you very clearly, some people might be having a hatred on this. Before I'm going to tell this, I should also take this negative impact also. I'll tell you very clearly why we are never called as a doctors. Because only for time being, we can be considered as a DMO, but this is not a permanent job role. Because who is DMO? Who is having a good sound knowledge into the human anatomies, and he or she can diagnose and cure the disease. Here, we will never have this kind of subjects in our entire 6 years of course. We will be only learning what is disease and how it will be cured. But that should not be done without our MBBS premises, because we are into the pharmacy department completely. We should fight for our rights, right? Like writing of prescription and all these things based on the diagnosis. But here what actually happens? We are here to contradict all the adverse drug reactions and at the same time contradict all the adverse drug events. This is the main role of the every PharmD graduate. Okay, so apart from these, we will be coming into the MNC categories. Okay, and coming to the manufacturing, we will never be a part of any of the industries like manufacturing units or factories. Only a B Pharmacy and M Pharmacy students who are having a sound knowledge and very much interested into the research and development and at the same time pharmaceutical analysis, the people will be hired into the particular department and they will be involved into this kind of things. I guess your question is cleared here. And good afternoon, sir. Is it a good idea to do masters in health informatics in abroad? Yes, Prithviraj, I'm very much good. I'm having glad that you are having a question like health informatics in abroad. Yes, I can surely say you, because right now we are also working with urban educational overseas services, and most of the students whoever is reaching to me, they are we are suggesting them and we are explaining like MSc in clinical research, MSc in psychology, MSc into the regulatory affairs, and MSc health informatics, Masters of Science into the health informatics. Yes, there is a good scope and good thing that if you are trying to abroad like US, UK, and at the same time like Australia and Canada. That is a very good thought, but make sure that before moving abroad, that whatever the companies and whatever, if you are having a good experience here, like 1 year or 2 years after completing your PharmD or B Pharmacy or M Pharmacy, okay, if you are having a good sound knowledge and experience into the particular correlated field like MNC, like a clinical researcher or a pharmacovigilance, drug safety associate or regulatory affairs specialist, or else as a medical writer. These kind of experiences only will be considered when you are into the market. But the experiences like DMO or CP will not be considered into this kind of experiences, and never these kind of things will be taken into consideration. Making your people sure that if you are planning, anyone is planning for an abroad, feel free to reach me for the best career guidance, because I am not completely from other background or anything. I am here completely from the PharmD background, helping you without going to charge you people anything like that. And my platform is always open, and my platform is always ready to mentor you people. Okay, and getting into the health informatics is the very best choice. If you are going to US, it will be like a 2 years of master's course, and if you are going to UK, it will be like a 1 year of master's course. Even if you are going for Canada's, try to choose for the colleges, not to get into the universities, because universities are not like a job oriented, but only the things like colleges are very much clear and they are job oriented. They are making you people to learn and they are making you to see into the better positions. Okay, and make sure that either you are going to complete your IELTS with having a more than 6.5 band, and at the same time, if you are going to write your Duolingo, that should be very much clear that you people should have more than 115. Okay, I guess Prithviraj, your question is very clear, and your question is being answered. Fine. Coming to the chat box. Sir, is there any yes, Sakina, I just want to know you that my session is between 3 to 4 p.m. Sir, please let us know how to access your mentorship. Yes, by the end of this slide, you can find my contact number and everything. People can reach out to me, and that is very much clear into that. Okay. Let me get into the next part. So there are many questions that whether all your MNC employee sections or how it is going to be and how well it is going to be structured and everything. Now I'll be in the next slide. I'll be telling you things. here the agenda. Okay, life of a researcher, the one who is going to be working into the clinical research. That means like a pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, and everything. Always keep on updating on drugs and trials. You will be having an updated knowledge on that, and updated knowledge on the restricted and upcoming drugs. At the same time, sound knowledge on the ADRs and ADEs. And technically, you people will be very much updated. And what is the major things that you will be handling all the things, not only called as a clinical pharmacist, but also you people will be called as an ITES software employees. Okay, will be coming under the information technology enabled services. We are not a software employees, but that is mentioned for your reference. Okay, I hope the life of a researcher is also very much clear to you people. Why to choose MNC lifestyle here? Why not to choose into the temporary fields like a DMOs or all these kind of things? Here, the style is very much course structured, and it is very well structured with this. There is only 5 working days per week and 40 hours of working. If it is MNC, then Saturdays and Sundays are compulsory week offs, and only 22 working days may or may not be in a shift change completely as per the project delivery. No delay in salary, special hike based on the performance. Either work from home or work from anywhere or work from office is been mentioned here clearly. So right now, all the healthcare companies and ITS companies are looking for the smart work environmental culture. Whereas we'll be only working from the Monday to Friday. At the same time, within Monday to Friday, we will not be working more than 8 hours or 9 hours, including your break hours. Okay, and there will be a particular companies who are being giving a Saturdays and Sundays. 98% of the MNC companies are giving a Saturdays and Sunday week offs, and at the same time, you will only working for the 22 working days, and the shift changings may be or may not be based on the completely on the project delivery. And always there will not be any salary delay coming to the corporate structurals. Okay, and at the same time, every year there will be a 10% of hike on your salary. And at the same time, if your performance is good and if you are reaching their milestones, then there will be special more percentage on your performance. Okay, and these companies are also providing the work from home, work from anywhere, or work from office if you're having your own portable laptop and everything, if you are working with that. This is the MNC lifestyle. That is the reason I started working with this kind of MNC work, MNC companies, and at the same time started giving this kind of guest lectures, whereas I can differentiate my personal life and a professional life in a very good borderline. Okay, either hospital sector or a multinational companies. I can always prefer you people to go and work as per your knowledge and a skill set. That is very much interested. And according to the personal scenarios, and according to me, I suggest to you people to try get into the MNC level so that your all experiences will be considered. And if you are trying to get into another job also, you will be having your own permanent PF provident fund account, and your loans will be very easily cleared, and your loans will be very much sanctioned. And this kind of, you can have a fruitful life in this. Initially, you might be having situations, hard situations, but then further, if you are going, you can find a very good, fruitful way. Okay, working remotely and everything. What if you prefer to the hospitals? Direct contact of the patient, though you have a sound knowledge, there will be no recognition, because always you try to explore your knowledge and you try to explore everything, but there is something called that you will never be highlighted. But in the hospital sector, only a doctor and nurse will be handling, and they will be considered into the main categories. So think now as per your knowledge and skill set. No particular weekends and holidays until the other person come. You have to handle your jobs to someone, and you have to leave from the hospital sector. Okay. Next. Communication skills, whether you work in a hospital sector or MNC, communication skills are the mandatory things, and even to the gold medalist. People will be telling that, sir, I'm having a 95% in my PharmD I'm from so-and-so university, but I'm not getting a job. You people, if you are not having a sound knowledge into the particular categories, and if you're not having your communication skills, then you will never be hired. The same way, if you are not going to find a particular product in one store, you will never prefer going to the same store again and again. So always be prepared that you will be getting hired. If you are not being getting hired, there is something called like they are losing the potential candidate. In that way, you people should be very well prepared. Okay. And should be aware of all the multi languages, like within India, most probably in the South region, we will be speaking Telugu, Tamil, and Kannada, and Malayalam. And if you are like having a sound knowledge into the English and Hindi, that is also very much considered. And should have maintained a good eye contact, always a positive attitude, create a good environment, positive environment. And coming to the resume development, your resume should be very much clear.
Hello.
Yes, Sakina.
Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. But as of busy schedule, as in afternoon session there are 4 speakers, we have lack of time, sir. So now we are need to interrupt you, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. We have get a vast of knowledge about every
let me
part
speak
of
it out.
PV.
Let me close it out. Let me close it out
Yes,
from
sir.
my.
Yes, sir.
From my side.
After that, we will. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
sure. So here the resume development is a very much important for every job seeker. The CV should be very well structured, whereas your name, your mobile number, your contact number, like your mobile or contact number, your email ID should be very clear. And at the same time, your education qualifications and your areas of interest, and you want wherever you want to work, and your areas of expertise should be very clear whenever you are creating your own resume. Okay, and always your studies should be chronological order. That means the highest one will be, it should be in the first, and the lowest one like 10th, that should be in the below. In between, after 10th, then your enter, and if you're having your graduation, then after your masters, whatever you can keep, you can keep. The 3 or 4 lines you can keep it out. Okay, then coming to this, and here the Urban Medical Academy is completely within now. We are into India, Dubai, London, Canada, and the 2 other new branches within Australia and USA very soon. Okay, and we are into urban pharmaceuticals. We are into urban educational overseas service. We are into clinical research, where we are going to perform the clinical trials into the urban health clinic research. And at the same time, we are also into the Urban Medical Academy. So here we are teaching the students in a very good way, and we are making the students either the very less students, and we are also giving the students in a very good referrals. We will never give any fake promises to the students and tell that we are providing this kind of lakhs of jobs and all these things. But here we are teaching the students in a very good way and better way, so that people can at least will have a good sound knowledge and understand how exactly the particular person from the family has come up and showing the good pathway. Because when there is a knowledge, you people have to explore yourself. Okay, then there are a few questions that how to reach to Ettadi Sindhu Reddy, please, you can and other people, you people can reach to me particularly on my particular website and my contact number. Okay, and this Urban Medical Academy certification course, it is not only validated within India. This is a Skill India developed NSDC, National Skill Developmental Corporation, government recognized institute, and at the same time, this is also an international accredited forum registered. That means the certification course, it is valid entire global, not only within India, it is valid globally. Okay, and people can reach out to me on this. My name is Dr. Peter Kadamandla. I'm the founder of Urban Medical Academy, and I'm from Hyderabad. And I'll be available on the weekends. If you people want to meet me, you people can meet me, because I'll be conducting so many guest lectures towards the many colleges within Hyderabad region and within many other regions also within India. And you people can reach on to my number like 888-5636-568 is my contact number. I will also available on WhatsApp. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn, named Peter Kadamandla. Okay, you people
Yes.
can directly scan this QR code to say my contact details. And I hope the session is very much helpful to you. And Sindhuja Reddy, that means Sindhu Reddy, the same way you people you can also reach me, because right now my students are also working on the MS Health Informatics for the good universities like University of North Texas and many other university also like Governor State University. You people can you can reach out to me. I'll be helpful to you all.
Yes, all the people who are listening, we will provide all the guest speakers contact number and their reach out point in our group, respected official group. So you can reach out to Urban Medical Academy and with and contact with them.
Yes, exactly.
So
And thank you for giving me
yes,
such
sir. We will
opportunity.
provide your scanning and everything, sir, so that if there
No
is
worries. No
interested in
worries.
your, so they can contact, sir. And so we are very thankful to you, sir, for reaching out to us and guiding us about all the pathways and guiding us towards career and about studies and about telling us real facts of PharmD and about jobs and how we need to crack it. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time in Sunday and reaching out to us and guiding us. Thank you so much, sir. A lot of thanks.
Thank you for
Thank you,
being
sir.
available for everyone. And this is my valuable time given to you all people. Please utilize this session, and these kind of sessions will be conducted more with the help of Dr. Sakina and Bharatraj from Urban Medical Academy in further also. Please try to be coordinating with you all people. Feel free to reach out to me in any instance if any doubts are there. Thank you for being a part
Yes,
of
sir.
this. I'm very much thankful to you all.
Thank you so much. We are very
Thank you,
thankful
sir.
to you. Thank you. So, guys, without wasting any time, let's, as we have another two guests, two speakers, don't leave anyone, please don't leave the chat. So, I'm very pleased to invite our speaker from Egypt. Thank you so much for joining us from Egypt to guide our Indian PharmD students. We are very honored to have you with us, Dr. Muhammad Fahmi, sir. As we know, it's 12 p.m. That's 12 p.m. in Egypt, but from being in hospital, sir has taken time to reach out to us to guide PharmD students. So, let me give a quick introduction of sir. As sir is a in 2008, Fehmi sir was graduated from a Miss Air University from for Science and Technology. Sir began working as an oncology hospital pharmacist at Shifa Urman Hospital in March 2020. Then Fehmi sir started as an oncology clinical pharmacist until April 2022. Soon after that, Sir joined as a staff pediatrics clinical pharmacist at a children's specialized hospital from November 2021 to November 2022 for 1 year. Then Dr. Fehmi sir has promoted to work as a superior of clinical pharmacy department from December 2022 to January 2023. Now, and while coming to present, now Sir has been promoted to work as the head of clinical pharmacy department from February 2023. So we are congratulate Sir for this achievement and for your promotion as a head of clinical pharmacy. Please enlighten us with your experience and achievements, and please thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us. You can proceed, sir.
Thank
Assalamu
you for joining
alaikum.
us as from the inside, sir.
Thank you all. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me. Okay. I will share the presentation with you to begin. Okay, Dr. Sakina, can you let me have the permission to share my screen?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, can anyone tell me what is the slide appearing
Yes,
in
sir.
front of you?
It's visible. Those calculations. Yes.
Okay, let's begin. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mohammed Fahmi, the head of clinical pharmacy department at Children's Specialized Hospital at Luxor. It's a hospital in Egypt. I do love India. So I was pleased to accept the invitation from Dr. Sakina to give this presentation and this lecture for PharmD students. So I'm very happy to be with you today. Our lecture will be about dose calculation. Why dose calculations? Because calculating the doses is one of the most important skills that a clinical pharmacist or a pharmacy student should have. But before beginning, we should
Yes, sir.
make. Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We are audible and visible, sir.
Okay. Before the beginning, we should have some refreshments so we can go through it more easier. At first, we should know what is the dosage. The dosage isn't the dose, but the dose is a part of dosage. So what is the dosage? The drug in the scientific name is one of the dosage components. Dose in milligrams or in milliliters is a part of dosage. Frequency means I will take this medication 3 times daily. Here is the frequency, 3 times. But this medication will be repeated every 8 hours. Then the 8 is the interval. All of these are parts of dosage. Also duration, I will take this medication for 1 week, for 2 weeks. Then the duration of treatment is part of dosage. And finally, the route of administration, is it intravenous? Is it intramuscular? Is it subcutaneous? This is another part of dosage. All of these are the dosage. Is it clear? Is it clear? Can anyone
Yes,
respond
sir.
to me?
Yes, sir. It is clear, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely clear.
Okay. Always check the voice, as network is here is not that good. Then
Yes, sir.
we
If there is
will.
interruption, we will tell you, sir.
Okay. Then the metric system, we should revise on it. The meter have 10 decimeter. The meter also have 100 centimeters. The meter have 1000 milli, and the meter have million micron. Then when we need to convert milli to micro, then we should multiply by 1000. And reverse, when we need to convert micro to milli, then we should divide by 1000. Then the household measurements. When I take the medication to my home and I have no syringe, then I can perform and use the doses by the household measurements. The teaspoonful means 5 milliliters, and the tablespoonful means 15 milliliters. And the droplets, there are 2 kinds of droplets. The droplets of oral drops, like paracetamol oral drops, that contain 30 drops in the 1 milli. But another drops, like the eye drops, the 20 drops equal 1 milliliter. Then we need to determine our dose. Is it bare dose and will be repeated every 12 hours, every 8 hours? Is it bare dose and will be repeated? Or it's per day, the totally in day, and then will be divided into doses? That's very important. Then, what will we need to calculate a dose for a pediatric patient? When we have a pediatric patient, we need to determine 3 things. First, the weight in kilograms, as the pediatric doses always calculated per kg, per weight in kilograms. The second thing, dose or dose range. Why dose range? Because something like meropenem is a carbapenem antibiotic. This antibiotic have range from 20 to 40 milligram per kg. This is the range I mean. The third thing is the concentration. And the concentration have many shapes. Let's see them. The first shape of or form of concentration, the amount and volume. Let's see that the amount is always powder and volume is always liquid. Then I want to express the powder in the volume in the liquid. So the amount here, 100 milligram paracetamol, 100 milligram of powder paracetamol dissolved in volume 1 milli. This is the first expression to concentration. The second expression to concentration is the amount powder in unit. The unit here is the capsule or the tablet. Then when I say 500 milligrams of paracetamol in one tablet, then where is the amount? The amount is 500 milligrams. Where is the unit? The one tablet. The third is the concentration. In hospitals, we have amino acids in many percentages. I have amino acid 10%, 10%. That means 10 grams of amino acid dissolved in 100 milliliter. This is the percentage I mean. Another shape or form of concentration is the serving size. The serving size of the nutritional powders or milks. That's called the serving size. Okay, after know the dose or dose range and the concentration of the medications in my pharmacy stock, and knowing the kilogram weight in kilogram of the patient, then I need to know the exact dose of the drug. To know the drug information, I need to have evidence-based references to look at. I recommend to you Lexicon. If you cannot use it, you can use Gene Brandex. If you cannot use, you can use Micromedics. If you cannot use Medscape in the last line. Why Medscape in the last line? Because if we need to know the dosing, we can use any one of these. But if we need to know the drug-drug interaction, I do not recommend Medscape because the checker in Medscape is not that good. Example, many of us know that the clopidogrel antiplatelet may be taken with BBI. If I take it with omeprazole, then omeprazole will diminish the effect of clopidogrel. This is a dangerous drug-drug interaction. If I search in Lexicon, I will see it as, I will find it as category X, drug-drug interaction. We should replace omeprazole by pantoprazole to solve this drug-drug interaction. In Gene Brandex, I will see the same thing, but the category D. But in Medscape, I will see it C. And no need to replace omeprazole with pantoprazole, and this is wrong. So I do not recommend to see the drug-drug interactions by the checker of Medscape. Okay, I will give you examples from the easiest to the hardest on the medications to train ourselves on those calculations. Let's begin with oral syrup. I just want to check is my voice is clear and stream is clear?
Yes, sir. It is absolutely clear, sir.
Hello.
I think there is network issue in Egypt.
Yes, sister.
Only a second. I will reconnect with sir. Hello, sir.
Okay, my network is so bad here. So now,
Yes.
is my voice
Yeah.
clear and the screen clear?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
the
so
screen is visible and audible.
okay. To continue our example about Tasbih Arafat, age of 5 years and 6 months. The weight, that's the first thing I look at. The weight is 10.5 kilograms on paracetamol orally on dose of 15 milligrams per kg per dose. Per dose, not per day. Then that means that the dose will be repeated every 6 hours. That's the dose in the example. Okay, the first thing I want to make sure that the dose is valid. Then I will look at one of these evidence-based sources. For example, I will look at lexicon. Then when I look at lexicon and search about acetaminophen or paracetamol, I will use a searcher here to look for dosing for pediatric. Then I will look at the oral dosage form. Then here, infant or children and adolescent, the dose is from 10 to 15 milligrams per kg per dose every 4 to 6 hours as needed. Then the doctor here wrote the order as 15 milligrams per kg per dose every 6 hours. I made sure that the dose is correct. That's the first step. The second step is to calculate the dose in milligrams, the powder in milligrams. So I will multiply the dose 15 milligrams per kg 9.5. So the answer will be 142.5 milligrams every 6 hours. That's the dose will be repeated every 6 hours. That's the second step. The first, I made sure the dose is correct. The second step, I calculated the dose in milligrams, the powders. Then I will see the stock in my pharmacy. The stock in my pharmacy, when I called in phone my mate in the hospital pharmacy and dispensing pharmacy, he said that we have paracetamol orally that contains every 250 milligrams of paracetamol dissolved in 5 ml. Then that's the concentration available on my pharmacy. And so the dose I need is 142.5 milligrams of the medication. Will be in, that's the number I need. When 250 milligrams of paracetamol dissolved in 5, I will multiply this number in 5 ml of the concentration provided in my pharmacy and divided by 250 milligrams, that will be 2.8 milliliters every 6 hours. Is this example is clear, or you need to repeat it?
No, sir, it's absolutely clear.
Okay. The second example, and then I need all of you to be focused because this is a tricky example. A tricky example about amoxiclav or amoxicillin clavurinate orally. Then let's see the example. The example says that Makka Medhat, about 2 years and weight 11 kilograms. That's the weight we are looking for. On what medication? Amoxicillin clavurinate orally. On the dose of 90 milligram amoxicillin only. There is no clavurinate here. That's the first trick. Per kg per day, not per dose. So that means that I have to calculate the dose in milligrams for the day and divided on 2 doses to know the 1 dose which will repeat every 12 hours. Then I want to make at first make sure that 90 milligram amoxicillin clavurinate per kg per day is a correct dose. I will look at lexicon, search about amoxicillin clavuronate. I will search about pediatric dosing, then the general dosing if I didn't find the indication I'm looking for. So here written the dosing determined by formulation of amoxicillin to clavuronate ratio. What does it mean? The first one here is 4:1 formulation. The dose, if I have in my stock 4:1 formulation, then I will use the dose range from 20 to 40 milligram amoxicillin per kg per day. And the second formulation 7:1. If I found it in my pharmacy, I will use the dose range of 25 to 45 milligrams amoxicillin. And if I have in my stock in my pharmacy the formulation of 40 to 1 ratio, I will use that 90 milligram amoxicillin. So how will I know the formulation I have? For example, I have a bottle in my pharmacy that written on it amoxicillin clavuronate 642.9 milligrams of amoxicillin clavuronate. Underneath this line, you will see amoxicillin 600 milligrams and clavuronate 42.9 milligrams. Then the ratio between amoxicillin is to clavuronate is 600 to 42.9. If I divided this 600 by 42.9, I will get the number 14. 14. This means that I have the formulation of 14 to 1 formulation. Then I will look for the dose of 90 milligram amoxicillin per kg per day divided on 2 doses. Then backing to our example, I called the hospital pharmacy and I made sure that our stock pharmacy have the bottle of 642.9 amoxicillin clavuronate. The amoxicillin only dose is 600 milligrams, and the clavuronate only dose is 42.9. I will divide 600 by 42.9. I will get the number 14. So my formulation is 14 to 1 ratio. This is the range I will use to determine the dose. So the formulation of 14 to 1 will made me stick to the dose of 90 milligram amoxicillin only per kg per day, divided every 12 hours. Then the dose here is correct. Then I will calculate the dose on milligrams. The powder here is the 90 milligram. Here is the 90. I will multiply by the weight of the patient. That's 11 kilograms. That's per day. I want it divided into 2 doses. Then I will calculate the daily dose. Then I will divide it by 2 doses. Then the 1 dose is 495 milligrams every 12 hours. That's the dose will be repeated every 12 hours after we divided the daily total dose on 2 doses. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, backing to our stock pharmacy, I will use the bottle of 640 2.9 milligram amoxicillin clavuronate, which will contain 600 amoxicillin only. Let's take a second look. Here, the dose is amoxicillin only, not amoxicillin clavuronate. So when
Sir,
I
but how will
calculate,
we get, sir, how will we get to know that only 600 amoxicillin? Because it is mix of amoxicillin and clavuronate as 642.
okay, in the bottle, when you hold the bottle, you will see the brand name amoxicillin clavuronate, right?
Yes.
besides the name amoxicillin clavulanate, you will see the number of 642.9 milligrams. That's the milligrams of totally amoxicillin and clavulanate. Underneath this headline on the same bottle, you will see amoxicillin equal 600 milligrams. And underneath amoxicillin, you will see another line, clavulanate equal 42.9. Then when we deal with amoxicillin clavulanate or anything of these antibiotics that have two components, we should have we should read the numbers written in the bottle itself to know which ratio we are dealing with, to know how to calculate it correctly. This is the trick.
Yes, sir.
Backing to our example, in my stock, I have 642.9 amoxicillin clavulanate that contains only 600 amoxicillin. The dose here calculated on amoxicillin only. Then when I calculate, I will use 600 only, not all this 642.9, because this contains clavulanate. Clavulanate here is not exist, so I will exclude it when I calculate the dose. I will use 600 of amoxicillin only. Then 600 of amoxicillin are dissolved in 5 ml. Then the dose I need 495 milligrams will be dissolved in 4.1 milliliter every 12 hours. Is that clear or need to be repeated?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. These were two examples of the oral dosage forms that were the easiest of the coming. Now we will take a higher ground, a harder ground of the intravenous preparations. The example here says Shayma Rajab, age 1 year and 2 months, weight 10 kilograms. Here is the first thing I look at, 10 kilograms, the weight. This patient on meropenem IV that will taken intravenously in the dose of 20 milligram per kg per dose. That means the dose will be repeated every 8 hours. It will be taken 3 times daily. So I want at first to make sure that this dose, 20 milligram per kg per dose every 8 hours is correct. I will look for Lexicom. I will enter here in the search bar meropenem. Then I will use the slides here to know the pediatric dose here. Dosing pediatric, it's written 20 milligram per kg per dose every 8 hours. So the dosing here, 20 milligram per kg per dose every 8 hours, I made sure that's right. Then I want to convert it or calculate the dose in milligrams, the powder. Then the dose here is 20 milligrams. I will multiply by the kilograms here, 10 kilograms. Then the dose, a single dose that will be repeated every 8 hours is 200 milligram. Then I need to see the stock in my pharmacy. The stock in my pharmacy is the 1 gram vial. 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. So when I need to calculate the dose in milligrams, so I need to convert the 1 gram vial into 1,000 milligram vial. 1,000 milligram vial will be diluted in 20 milliliters. Then the dose I have to calculate 200 milligram will be diluted in 4 milliliters every 8 hours. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah. The important question here is, how can I know that the vial of 1,000 milligrams will be diluted in 20 milliliters? That's the important point to calculate IV dose for the medication. Here in the slide in Lexi, If you search, you will find a bar named preparation for administration. This bar, preparation for administration, will write you if you have 1 gram vial diluted in 20 milliliter, and if you have 500 milligrams diluted in 10 milliliters. Then we need to know this step from the same source, Lexi. Here in this bar, we will search about preparation for administration and see the vial available on my stock is 1 gram. I will search and I will find it where it was written that I need to dissolve my 1 gram vial with 20 milliliters. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now we will take a harder exam that will remind us with amoxicillin clavurinate. The amoxicillin clavurinate was tricky in calculation. This example about ampicillin sulbactam, it's also tricky. The example says Abu Hassan Muhammad, age of 2 years, weighs 9.6 kilograms on ampicillin sulbactam IV on the dose of 200 milligram ampicillin. There is no ampicillin sulbactam. It's only ampicillin per kg per day. Per day, that means it will be divided in 4 doses. Then the dose in milligrams will be 200. After making sure, I will do the same process of Lexi, search about ampicillin sulbactam, looking for dosing of pediatric, general dosing. If I not find the indication I'm looking for, then I will see it written as 100 to 200 milligram ampicillin, not ampicillin sulbactam, per kg, the patient weight, per day, divided every 6 hours. Then I will calculate the daily dose, then divide it every 6 hours to 4 doses. The dose in milligrams here will be 200 milligrams by the weight 9.6. That's per day. I will divide it by 4 doses. Then the one dose, the single dose is 480 milligrams, will be repeated every 6 hours. That's the dose in milligrams, the powder. Then I look for my application again, Lexicom, to know the vial in my stock. I will dissolve in how much millis, how many millis. Lexi and ampicillin sulbactam, I will look for preparation for administration. I will see it written as the vial of 750 milligrams will be diluted in 10 milliliter. That's a given number from the lexicon. The trick here is when I calculate, I need to know the milliliters that will contain this number of milligrams, 408 here. This is the number of milliliters I need to know. This is the number I know the dose is 480 milligrams. This is the given by our pharmacy. The vial of 750 milligrams that contain only 500 ampicillin will be diluted in 10 millis. So the needed millis I want, I will get it from multiplying this number for 480 milligrams by 10 milliliters of the vial, but divided on this number, 500 milligrams ampicillin. I will ignore this number of 715 because it's contained sulbactam dose. But the dosing here was calculated on ampicillin only, not ampicillin sulbactam. So the dose here will be calculated also on ampicillin only, neglecting the dose that contains sulbactam milligrams. When you calculate it, you will have 9.6 milliliter every 6 hours. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before continuing on the continuous infusion, because it's not easy to understand from the first time. If you need to ask anything from the previous presentation, I would be more than happy to share with you the thoughts and to answer all this question after finishing my presentation. And for
Yes, sir,
now,
surely.
okay. And for now, we will we will have situation that the nurse coming to me, doctor, I want to know how to deal with the syringe pump. I want to give this noradrenaline, for example, noradrenaline for this patient around 24 hours. I do not how to enter the number in the syringe pump to calculate it correctly. Then, where the syringe pump deals with this form, milliliter per hour, not this form. So when I need to calculate the dose as a pharmacist, I will calculate it as this form, mic per kg per minute, for example, of noradrenaline. Then I want to turn it to this form, milliliter per hour, because the device, the syringe pump, reads this form, but the dose calculation made by this form. So I need to turn this to this. For example, how many milliliter per hour the syringe pump, the device needed to know, needed for noradrenaline continuous infusion for a 75 kilogram weight for patient. Then first, I want to know what the dose for noradrenaline. I will search on Lexi. I will write here noradrenaline for a patient 75 kilograms. It's obviously an adult. I will search for adult or pediatric, even a pediatric. يعني the same dose of 0.05 will be repeated in adult or pediatric. But the example previously about adult patient. And then the dose here is 0.05 microgram per kg per minute. Then the dose I found in Lexi is 0.5 microgram per kg per minute. The first thing I want to get rid of this kilogram. Then I will multiply the 0.05 microgram by 75. When I multiply these numbers by, I will get 3.75 microgram. The kilogram here, it's ended. It's already multiplied. The microgram per minute. That's the first step. The second step, I will turn the minutes to hours. When I need to turn minutes to hours, I need to multiply by, can anyone answer? I need to turn the minute to hour. What number will I multiply? Can you hear me? Can anyone answer? Okay, 16. That's the right answer. Bravo. Then I will multiply by 16. I get this number, 225 microgram per hour. Then I want to make it equal to our stock ampoule or vial. The stock ampoule in milligrams, not in micrograms. So here I need to convert the microgram to milligram. Then the microgram, 2 milligram, I will divide by 1,000. Do you remember the metric system? That's it. I need to know that I will convert the microgram to milligram by dividing by 1,000. So the final number I need here is 0.225 milligram per hour. Then that's the dose in milligram. So the stock I have is the ampoule of 4 milligrams noradrenaline that diluted in 50 milliliters. That's the dilution the doctor needs, or it's recommended. The 4 milligrams will be diluted in 15 milliliters. So my calculated dose in milligrams 0.225 will be infused on the rate of 2.8 milliliter per hour. What happened is that I multiply this number beneath and 0.225 milligrams by 15 divided by 4, I will get the number of here 2.8 milliliter per hour. That's a hard way to calculate. Then there is an easier way to calculate by this law. You can record it, you can write it down in a paper, so you can use it when you're dealing with continuous infusion medication. That's another example. To calculate the infusion rate of this dose, I need to know the dose desired in a unit. The dose desired in this example will be 0.5 microgram. The dose here in a unit of microgram per kg per minute. That means kg, that's the weight, kg per minute, the time. I need to turn the minute to hours. Then I will multiply by 16. In the volume here, I want to dilute it on 5 milliliters of normal saline. All of these will be divided on the dose available in my pharmacy in the same unit. The dose available, the ampoule is 4 milligram, but I need it in the same unit of this. If this micro, I will use calculate this in micro. If this milligram, I will calculate this in milligram. So when I calculate this, I will use it. The dose desired here is 0.05 microgram. I need to convert microgram to the milligram because I have the ampoule in milligrams. Then I will put here 0.05 and I will multiply here 1,000 to convert the microgram to milligram. Here 0.05, here 1,000. The weight here will be 75 kilograms multiplied by the time 16 minutes multiplied by the volume here is 15. When I calculate all of this, I will divide on the, remember the 1,000 we put here to convert microgram to milligram. I will multiply the 1,000 here and the dose available of 4. Then all of this number will be divided on 4 multiplied by 1,000. All of this number will be divided by 4,000. The final answer will be the same here, 2.8 milliliter per hour. And I will tell the nurse, you need to take one ampoule of noradrenaline on the rate of 2.8 if you put it on 15 milliliters of normal saline. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, in the nutritional powders, I will give an example for Ensure. Ensure is a nutritional powder that give it to a patient who is cachectic that have weight below the normal for many months. Then when we see this example, Ahmed Adil, age of 45 years, weight 40 kilograms. Oh my God, 40 kilograms. That's a cachectic patient for this age to be weight on 40 kilograms. I want to give him an enteral nutrition by oral. Then I will recommend him to maintain his meals besides being on this treatment as a nutritional powder to give it besides the meal. Then I need to calculate the kilocalories per day that Ahmad Adil will need. The kilocalories per day is a range of 25 to 35 kilocalories per kg per day. So I will take the average of 13. Then the kilocalories per day will be calculated on 30 kilocalories per kg. The weight here is 40. Then the needed kilocalories per day for this patient is 1,200 kilocalories per day. That's the needed calories for him. Then I will see the product of mine. Ensure product is written to be every 5 spoons of Ensure give 235 kilocalories per day. Then the needed, the real needed of 1,200 kilocalories will be calculated by multiplying the 5 spoons by 1,200 kilocalories per day divided by the given on the bottle kilocalories per day that the 5 spoons will provide 235. It will be 26 spoons per day. That will be divided every 2 hours, every 6 hours, every 8 hours, as you like. And these spoons will be added to water or juice or milk. That's the way we calculate nutritional powder. The final thing is we need to know the difference between start dose and stat dose. Stat dose is meaning immediately dose. I need it immediately. I use this expression when I need a fast, immediate dose of antibiotic, for example. But the start dose is a regulation method. How? For example, in my hospital, Children's Specialized Hospital, there is a regular fixed hours of giving medication, 6 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 p.m. That's for the example of the medication that gives given every 8 hours. When I get medication for 8 hours, I will sheet it as 6 a.m. dose, 2 p.m. dose, and 10 p.m. dose. When I get a medication of that will repeat every 12 hours, I will use any of this, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. or 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. or 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The bottom line is that these numbers are fixed. Then when a patient came in hospital and admitted to hospital at 10 p.m., I will give it the first dose 10 p.m. because it's the regular dose here. But if the patient admitted at 7 a.m., how will I act? Will I give it the dose of 7 p.m. and ignore 10 p.m.? Or will I give it the 7 p.m. on admission dose and give it again on 10 p.m.? Or will I give him a 7 p.m. dose and ignore 10 p.m.? Let's exclude one after one. If the patient came at 7 p.m., he needs to take the immediate dose, especially in antibiotics. Then we are saying here that I will give the patient the first dose when he admitted at 7 p.m. When 10 p.m. came, will I give it give the patient another dose, it's depend on the rule of third interval. What is this rule? When you look at the most of antibiotics or most of medication, you will notice that the half-life is 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Not all the medication, but most or many of the medication. So we use this rule to know whether I will give him the patient the admission dose besides the regular dose, or I will ignore the regular dose. For example, the patient came 7 p.m. and I find that 10 p.m. I should give another dose. Will I give the patient or not? The interval here is 8 hours. When the medication is given every 8 hours, then the interval here is 8. Then the third of 8 is approximately 2.5. Then the difference between the admission time 7 p.m. and the regular time after is 10 p.m. is 3 hours. Then 3 is larger than or more than the third of interval, 2.5. When I see the difference in times between the admission and the regular doses is more than the third of interval, I will give the regular besides the admission dose. Then here I will give 7 and I will give 10. Another example, when the same patient admitted 9 p.m. before the regular dose of 10 by 1 hour, then I will give the patient the dose on admission at 9 p.m. and ignore 10 p.m. I will not give the patient another dose at 10 p.m. How come? On the same rule, the third interval, 2.5. The difference between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. is 1. 1 here is less than the third of interval. When I have the result of less than the third of interval, I will give the admission hour dose, and I will ignore the regular dose. That was a presentation for dose calculation. I was happy to be with you today. If you have any question, I will be more than happy to answer. This is my name, Mohammed Fahmy on LinkedIn. I will be more than happy to share with you articles and tips to be a more productive pharmacist in the near future. And I have finished my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was an awesome presentation, sir, about dose calculation, about the details of dose calculation, that how we miss and how we need to calculate. Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us about these details of dose calculations. And sir, if there are any questions, we will ask up about PharmD as in international in Egypt and in India. If there are students interested to ask, we will take up 2 questions. Anyone, if you want to ask any questions to Dr. Fahmy sir, you can ask now. Sir, I want to ask, how is PharmD in Egypt, sir?
What
Like
you
job opportunities and education.
I need to hear the question again, please.
Like, I want to know about the opportunities of PharmD after doing PharmD, job opportunities and education of PharmD in Egypt, sir.
Okay, the sequence in Egypt is different from India, as I think. The PharmD student, when he graduated, he is dealt with as a basic pharmacist. Okay, then he need to train in hospital. In the training, he should look for opportunity to be hired. when he hired, he looks for two things: to be qualified by the experience he gained from the work, and to be also certified, to have postgraduate studies like board of pharmacy specialty, for example, residency, clinical pharmacy masters, etc. That's the sequence here in Egypt.
And about studies, sir, that as in India, there are 5 years of theory, completely theory, sir, and in between we will have hospital rounds, and in 6th year it's completely internship. We don't have any industry or anything, pharmacovigilance like that. Scope in PharmD studies, sir. Is there anything changes in Egypt, sir, about studies curriculum?
Do you mean you a postgraduate studies in Egypt for Indian?
Yes, sir. About PharmD studies in Egypt, like it is same as in India only, or it is some different? Like you have industrial training in PharmD or something else?
Actually, I don't know, as I'm not academic, so these details are not obvious for me.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us and taking your time and managing time of India and Egypt and joining us and sorting us every detail of those calculation. Thank you so much, sir. It will means a lot for us from all our Indian family students to have you, and we are very honored to have you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
So now, without wasting our time, we are very passionate and we are very waiting. We are on wait from the morning to invite our last but not the least, our guest, Kiran sir, to take up this session. We are very happy and pleased to end up our session with the last speaker, Dr. Kiran sir. I invite Bharat to introduce sir. Kiran sir.
Hi, Bharat, go ahead.
It's a great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Kiran Kumar sir, MPharm PhD, PDCR, who is going to talk to us about healthcare, its career, planning for PharmD, Chief Education Officer at Rice Training, licensed pharmacist, healthcare professional with pharmacovigilance experience and 2 years of clinical experience. Well-versed experience of different types of projects, including safety review, medical review, and pharmacy notes review. Expertise in handling multiple projects, safety narrative writing, subject matter expert, and performing quality control. Specialized in drug safety, MEDR coding, EDMS, and tracking tool. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining PharmD Insight 23, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Ma.
A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Shall I share the screen? I think you have permitted me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And especially let me thank you, Sakina and Dr. Bharat and Dr. Sakina, and my
Thank you so much.
fellow coach and fellow founder, Dr. Ajit Singh also, for organizing these kind of sessions, especially during Sunday, where a lot of people and a lot of students are spending time with family, friends, and multiple things, right? But still, I could see the love and the enthusiasm and that eagerness to learn new things and understand the nuances of your career. I appreciate PharmD's team and Climate Research team for making this happen. Thank you so much. And even my MPharm background also is more of practice only. I have done my graduation in SPSP Tirupati, and I have a master's in Anavala University Tirupati, Chennai, Chidambaram. It is in 2006 and 8. Having giving that background, till now you would have heard a lot of insights on research and a lot of PharmD subjects. But this comes more of a passion for me. Initially, even I used to tell about a lot about vigilance and a lot about career and these kind of things. But I felt that along with this regular vigilance planning and regular these things, I thought that proper planning is needed. Okay. As you know, by this June, you all will be completing your this one. Okay. You all will be completing your PharmD, and few of them would have completed. But let me throw some insights to you, and I'll make sure that this is the session is very crisp and clear. And if you are having any doubts, I'm happy to share it with you. Yes, we all want to be part of a healthcare, and in that also we want to earn good salaries at the same time respect. And we have classified few IT careers here who all had plans of into clinic and research, that is still good, who are all having plans to for higher education, that is also still good. But we have identified some careers where you can choose these path as your upcoming career journey. And after speaking to more than 6,000 plus students like you over weekends, Rise Trainings also regularly conducts seminars, webinars. Yearly, we do minimum 15 to 20 seminars, 50 to 60 webinars. I'm glad that we are part of one more webinar here. After speaking more than with the 6,000 students like you, I have identified around top 12 problems faced by you. You know them, but wantedly I have written here. Wantedly I have written here so that you are aware of these problems and challenges. It's not mandatory that every person or every student in the class is genius. Everyone will have their one or the other weaknesses or challenges during being a fresher. You're just 21, 22 or 23 even, very young to judge what is needed, what is not needed in your careers, right? I'm telling you the problems and I'm giving the solutions also. The best ways of doing a job search, you know it. Even Sakina, me and got connected through LinkedIn. Few of students are getting connected us through Instagram. Now we are in the age of 5G era. Maybe in future it might be 6G or 7G or so. We have been connected digitally here, and at the same time, one should know what are all the best ways to job search. When I was in 2008, I did not have these leverage of LinkedIn, these leverage of applying through Naukri, or there are several methods where we are going to reveal the best methods of job searches for you. Seriously, these 10 methods are working for us. It will work for you also. Regarding PPT, post the session, I can share it with the organizers. You can take it from here, and it's going to be live as well. And what are all the 25 best ways of interview preparation? Normally, what anyone would say is simply go to any institute, take help of a senior. Someone would tell you some or the other information. But here we are cracking you of useful nuts for you so that it will be helpful for your careers and planning. Especially which qualification are required for these kind of jobs, and what are the skills along with qualification, what else do you require to get these jobs? Right skills, and what is going to be your career overview. Leave about the placements and the career programs at Rise Trainings. Yeah, this is my vast experience. Thank you for introducing me in a better way, Bharat. I'll not take much of your time. If you see my whole career, it's a complete learning. Here I have learned clinical research. During my experience, I have learned drug safety. After that, I have done functional consultant role, migration expert, database creation support person in ICON. And in HCL Technologies also, I have been worked for computerized system validation here. And glad that we have started this in a Tier 2 city called Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. The one reason why I have started in hometown called Nellore is I want to give back to my hometown. Okay, first thing first. That is the first reason why we have started in Nellore. It's not the reason why did not we start in metro cities like Hyderabad and Bangalore. Nowadays, as I said, it is a digital education. We are getting admissions from across the globe. It's not only through Nellore. Honestly speaking, we get very less admissions in Nellore. Leave that, we are getting admissions across globe now. This is what I do. Leaving my part ahead, we can stay connected professionally on LinkedIn. I'll be always posting updates there. Having this much of experience, this was my first feeling here when I started this institute, and when it was going good, And I felt that, okay, I'm been lifting something for my careers and profession. And yes, this was my feeling in 2019 and 2021. Okay, during Corona, this was our gut feeling that Rise Trainings has lifting something for my profession. It's always pleasure to help our own community, young brothers and young doctors and young pharmacists, right? Just to give you a bit of cinematic, I wanted to have depicted this pic here. What is healthcare here? Exactly, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and who else is part of healthcare? Pharmacists and lab technicians and physiotherapists. Obviously, we are a part of healthcare. There are two kinds of healthcare here. One is direct clinical thing. One is doing research at pharma companies. And further, I have just added a IT part here. IT part here means the software jobs, whatever you call, front end thing, back end thing, using these softwares at different levels and utilizing these for those kind of jobs. I always feel proud that being a veteran and I've chosen my path into vigilance in 2008 itself. Very new, right? Even PUPI program of India, it was started in 2011 in India. But when I entered, it was just 2008. And if you see my company's list also, nowhere you will find the list of a pharma company here. Everything is IT company here, right? Having said that, we are slowly moving the right topic here. If I say, what are all those different kinds of careers here? Okay. Normally, a B Farm or a M Farm or PharmD students, they normally choose these kind of traditional careers. What are those traditional careers? Can anyone tell me? It is teaching, marketing, being a clinical pharmacist, or else pursuing higher research, or else doing community practice or whatever you are trying to do. I could see few PharmDs are doing really good. They are choosing some type 2 cities or type 3 cities. They're tying up with doctor and they're establishing some practice, which is really good. Leaving that traditional jobs aside, what Kiran sir is showing to share today with you is he's going to share all his 14 years of journey here. When I joined Vigilance, coding was also there. My enthusiasm was not towards the coding. My enthusiasm and passion was towards pharmacovigilance. And I have seen medical writing professionals. Hello?
Guys, if you have any doubts about career, that how is this job like, sir? As Kiran sir know more about IT, you can ask questions to sir. He will get clear your doubts about a particular job, how to we crack that, how to do interviews. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Please post them in the chat. I'm happy to take them. And I'm a veteran and expert in the area. We have showed more than 350 plus jobs. I'm doing this consultation and coaching thing past 11 years. I'm practicing this as a career science. Kindly understand and utilize this session where an expert is meeting you and trying to invest time in your careers. Okay. Especially Sakina, Climate Careers, Bharat Raja, everyone are trying to match the right people for your careers. Okay, we would have spent this time with our families, but still we are adding value to your careers here. I could see a lot of PharmD students are hopeless, jobless, and they're looking at their careers with a lot of nervousness and dilemma and depression. You believe it or not, one of the PharmD guy have done suicide at my hometown Nellore because his career was not shaped properly and he was not settled down in his life. Sorry to say this in this platform. Seriously, that happened. Please be serious with your careers. Plan it well. Having said that, medical coding is there, medical writing is there. You can choose clinical data management as one of your career. You can choose business analyst also as one of your role. Computerized system validation as one of your career. You know clinicals as, believe me, material vigilance is going to be the future. It is all about drug safety. What is it is all about? Drug safety. Why I am telling you the drug safety, medical devices vigilance is, it is having the same buzz. It is having the same buzz which pharmacovigilance had in 2008. Trust me, pharmacovigilance is not going to expire. Medical writing is not going to expire. It's all about half-cooked news which you hear through your 1 or 2 years or max of 5 to 6 years of seniors who have been into this PharmD. But trust me, though automation come, though machine learning come, though whatever it comes, artificial intelligence comes, these all profiles are going to be there and you are going to survive your career here. And you can start posting your questions here. I would like to have 15 to 20 more minutes of discussion. After that, we'll have more of Q&A. Okay, just understand what are all the top benefits of these careers. Okay, honestly tell who don't want to work for a lesser period and get a more package here. Obviously everyone, right? You just have 5 days a week. Recently, I think a country called Germany or French somewhere, they have given only 4 days a work a week. Rest 3 days you can spend with time with your family or do some other businesses. Obviously, these kind of jobs only have 5 days a week, just like a software job. And most of the men and women are looking for work from home options. Yes, this is the best benefit here. These are all progressive careers. These are not stagnant or standard careers like teaching or marketing or production QA QC jobs with less packages. Obviously, healthcare IT careers are going to be booming careers, and always these are accepted worldwide. Just understand, suppose a PharmD girl is working as a clinical pharmacist or a community pharmacist at her hometown. If she is moving to abroad, do you think they are going to consider your that hospital or clinical experience? Definitely no. I'm not discouraging you. I'm telling you the fact here. These are all progressive careers. You'll have very good abroad opportunities. Just now in before session, just Sakina was asking, families are also. Yes, there would be an opportunity, but where we need to explore. Along with above 4 options, what is another best option you can have? You can have work-life balance. Don't you think this top 5 benefits and features will motivate you to choose this career, Sma? Don't you think? I'm telling you the positive sides of it. I'm not telling any negative things about research or teaching or core production or QA QC jobs. I have seen these benefits in my career, and I want to give as a gift for my brothers and sisters, saying that these kind of careers do exist. Why don't you plan? Okay. And don't always scold a pharmacy profession or PharmD career or government or PCA or someone who helped you to provide you that degree. It's always our perception about our life. What do you want to become? What do you want to be after 2 years? Where you want to work from? Whether it's from Ireland, whether it's from Germany, whether it's from Hyderabad. Life is always about choices, ma. And these are all the top 5 benefits which you will get if you take care of these careers. Yes, here comes the problems and challenges. Most of the people say that I was not aware. I don't know this. I even was not aware that these kind of careers exist. Obviously, yes. Out of that 10 profiles which I have showed you, most of them would have known 6 or 7 job profiles by this time, which is good. Or else someone would have known each and every profile I have known. But awareness is a lot of colleges and lot of conferences and seminars has been conducted nowadays. Don't say that you don't have awareness. We do have that awareness. Institutes like Climate Research and Rice Trainings, Clinosol, there are very good few institutes in the market who are doing and conducting these kind of awareness sessions. Working closely and collaboratingly with these PharmD associations or PharmD groups or colleges, we are creating. The first question comes here is, okay, don't say that lack of awareness is there. Okay, it is there. Only thing is, are you utilizing it or not? Okay, everything is there present in YouTube, Google, everything is there. These kind of resources which we did not have 7 or 8 years, 10 years back, right? It is there. Only question here is, are you utilizing it or not? Are we using YouTube for learning SAS? Are we utilizing YouTube for watching movies or funny videos or trolling videos or any political news? Proper guidance we are trying to give you, lack of awareness we are trying to create by spending our weekend time. You say there is a lot of confusion here. Kiran sir told TV is good. Sakina told SAS is good. Bharataraja told medical writing, and Ajit sir told SAS is really good. But stick to one profile. Everyone will say they will try to guide you and mentor you, but you should align your career goal with your future plan also. You need to think where you want to be after next 2 years. Clinical SAS will be good, but at the same time, you need to think, are you able to learn that SAS? Will you be able to get that job? A concrete understanding between your future goal and your current planning should match. If suppose Sakina is aiming to go to Germany or USA, she should take some experience in India and she should take some PG, which will align with her future career planning. If suppose she wants to settle down in the statistics, then she should learn clinical SAS. Then she should do some diploma or some PG in the US, and she should align everything according to that. Don't have much of confusion. After this session also, I can clarify you. I can give you my number. I can give you my LinkedIn ID. You can come to clarity after your lot of confusion. Okay. And what about joining institutes? Definitely you can join any institute. You can take any help of it. Okay. What happens here is most of the institutes are giving you pack of courses. What is happening here? Pack of courses are being given. What is happening? There is confusion that which course should you take. Okay. Don't bother about which institute should you choose. Okay. Always think, verify, validate, and authenticate. Why I have introduced this kind of module for you is we don't get the money for free, right? If we are going to any movie on weekend, what we are going to do? We are going to any restaurant, or before visiting any restaurant or any movie, the very first thing, what are we going to do? Can anyone post in the chat here? It is completely going to be checking the review. It is going to be checking the review there. Okay. The same thing you can do. Go to Google and check RISE trainings reviews. Go to check what students are saying about you, right? You verify it. You suppose, excuse me, any other student have written review, positively or negatively, talk to him, use his ID in LinkedIn and talk to him. Say that whether so-and-so institute is good or not, can I join or not? There is a lot of validity happening on each and every institutes on back end. No other knows it. I see a lot of admissions coming through for LinkedIn through RISE trainings. I see a lot of inquiries coming through Instagram by seeing testimonials, by verification, by validation, by authentication. Lot of things is happening. If I say that if I'm getting 10 admissions this month, it doesn't guarantee that there is 20 more admissions next month. Admissions will be up and down. But from student perspective, when I'm speaking, my voice is always about their perception towards institutions. Yeah, join, verify it, check it, and know whether this is a good institute, whether this institute is going to help me or not. I'm not against to any institute. Yeah, I'm running institute, but I'm trying to say what's your perception and how are you going to approach it. From ground level, we have prepared this report. You don't have awareness, we are giving you. Guidance we are trying to give you. We are bringing you to clarity on which course should you join or not. There are few students who have learned PV on Google. I know few students who have prepared own material for regulatory affairs on YouTube and they got jobs. It's all about your learning. You can learn through available sources or you can approach institute. Coming to institute, you have already come to institute. How many courses should you choose? Here comes very best answer. I'm not against to pack of courses again, but at RISE trainings, we don't give pack of courses. We are seeing diplomas are being given, dual degrees have been given. 6 courses, 5 courses, 3 courses. But being a personally as a pharmacist, am I against to multiple courses? Being a pharmacist, we should be against to polypharmacy. Being an entrepreneur, I am against multiple courses. Because if suppose a BPharm student is having 40 subjects, a PharmD student is pursuing 35 subjects in his graduation or BPharm. But my intention is he should be given 1 or 2 courses which would leave him or land him into job. 1 or 2 courses should be fine. That is our perception. Different institutes have their different practices to sell their courses. But at Rise Trainings, we give only 1 course or 2nd course based on their learning rate. This is also a confusion, right? How many courses should I choose here? This institute is selling 3 courses, other institute is selling me 5 courses. It's a pack of courses. Last but 6th line, everyone is facing this. Every student I know who are going to complete, even who is having 5 years of experience also, have an interview fear. They say that what they might going to ask me, how should I answer that? Very nervous situation, right? Please do understand that having interview fear and feeling nervousness is a huge thing where you have to overcome it. That's the reason why I have written this quote. Either you capture fear or fear captures you. Either one have to capture it, right? I know few of my students, they were not able to clear this because of lot of tension and lot of nervousness. But the best thing is Corona helped us to have digital interviews. Corona helped us to have virtual interviews, remote interviews. At least there is something physical distance is maintained so that you can happily give this kind of interviews. Leave that part and we have resume preparation also. This is also one of the challenge. Suppose a PharmD student completes his course, he don't know what to keep in his resume. He can keep all his curriculums and academia parts very well, but he might be still struggling with what skill set should I highlight. If suppose the Sakina is trying some medical writing job, yes, she can keep her publications, she can keep her writing skills. If she have done any certification course, that should go here. Resume preparation is a huge art where we are mastering here at Rise Trainings. We have done a lot of successful resumes here, which led for 230 jobs in the last 3.5 years. And we have a very good team at Rise Trainings who does this here. 8th point, I would like to reiterate on this. By the time by morning you open your mobiles, Sakina can see, Ajit sir can see, I can see the openings information there. But how are you going to utilize that information? Do you know someone in the company? There comes the reference. Openings are there. Kiran sir can see, Sakina can see. 25 members who have joined in this group can see the information because everyone are using LinkedIn, everyone are using Facebook, WhatsApp. But how are you going to utilize this information is most important, right? You should know how to prepare for interview, domain knowledge. These are one of the challenge. Reference is the most important section. What about the communication skills here? And what about the time management here? And what is the moral support during job search processes? Communication skills, yes. At Rise Trainings, we train people from tell me about yourself, right from scratch. Because a lot of students are struggling with that. Why am I adding at our institute parties? I'm telling you the problems and I'm trying to add the solutions we are giving here. It's not promoting our institute, the way we approach here. Communication skills are important. Time management and interview preparation is important. Last but not least, the moral support is more important. By the time, if you are not passing SSC, you are not passing intermediate, if you are not passing BPharm or MPharm or PharmD also, your parents are going to bear you or they're going to take care of you. But by the time of the course completion, everyone are looking for your job. Even you, your parents, relatives, neighbors, everyone's focus will come to you. What about your job? When are you going to get job? When are you going to get job? Okay. Just to give 1 or 2 minutes of break, did I cover each and every problems here? Or are you facing any challenges or problems in your job searches? So that I can add to my PPT. Hello, Sakina Bhartiraj.
Yes, sir.
Are these the
Yes,
problems
sir.
generally faced by freshers, or did I miss on anything? These are all 12 problems. If you can tell me 3 more problems, I can add here.
Challenges faced, we can't able to face, keep a job that how we need to, we get vacancies, we apply, sir, but we don't get a call. Like how they are hiring, we don't know. Like that, it's confusion, sir. We apply, we get a jobs, we find volunteers, but we don't get a calls. Why it is we don't know. Is it high? Is it hired? Or still it is applying? It's
I will answer. I will definitely answer that. Yes, let me take that question first. There are 2 things here, Sakina. First thing is companies hire for future also. Suppose if they are getting projects in May, June, they first collect resumes, they keep it in profile. That would happen at company's hand. Second thing is, most of the social media information, job search information nowadays happening is copy pasted information. Do you agree? What is
Yes, sir,
happening
ma'am.
here is, if suppose a medical writing post opened in TCS 2 months back, okay, 2 months back. What is date today? 12th February is date today. If you see today's newspaper, you can say, this is today's newspaper, sir. This was published here, and we have conducted some webinar on online. Some news you can see on it, right? But social media information is not having 80% of the validity of information. If suppose I'm a blogger, I'm a blogger at PV Chronicle, I will post 2 months back information on PV Chronicle saying that Mitocon Biopharma is still hiring. Okay. You don't have a right validity of that information unless until if you have a friend in Mitocon Biopharma who can say that hiring is still happening. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where if you have right references or institute help, what happens with my students also? A lot of students also ask common question like you. What they will say, they will say that, sir, hiring is happening in TCS. Simply, vaguely, they will say. I will say, get me the screenshot. Okay. The same thing I will send to industry person. Okay. Then he will tell me whether hiring is happening or closed. That is one way of validation. Can you do it? If you are having friends, you are supposed to ask that. Second thing is, especially through LinkedIn and Naukri, lot of fake also will happen. Lot of institutes are joined as a HR there, and they are pulling your resumes. Okay. You might think that it is a real hiring, but what happens there? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? It's a fake hiring, right, Sakina?
It's fake hiring, sir. They are just taking us our time.
Money also. They will simply
Yes,
say,
sir. Sometimes money also.
Sakina, please pay 2,000.
Yes.
Tomorrow your interview is there. If someone is asking you money for job, don't pay 2 rupees also. That is my assurance from Rise Trainings also, especially for PharmD, Rocking PharmD also. From Rise Trainings, I am giving you assurance. I can validate and verify for you, saying that whether it's a fake call or true call. Recently, one similar incident happened, Sakina. One of our students got offer letter from Bioclinica. It is no more Bioclinica. Now it is called as Penesca. This thing happened 2 months back. Okay. By the time it is already Penesca, and the sad part is they are asking him to deposit 35,000 rupees for laptop. How much they are asking him? 35,000 rupees to get the laptop. I saw the offer letter. I saw the employee and director name. Okay. Sad part is those details of their employees are 1.5 years back. That means they are using old employees' credentials and they have created fake offer letters and they are trying to pull money from your side. That is the reason I am telling you job search information is available widely because LinkedIn works everywhere commonly in Nellore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, even in Egypt. But verification and validation of job search information is also must. Because you being freshers or with 1 or 2 years of experience, you might not be able to do it by your end. But if you approach me or Ajit sir or someone in the industry, suppose Sakina's faculty is working as a in industry, maybe after 2 or 3 years of teaching, she can go and ask her, Madam, is TCS hiring? Can you check internally? Okay. Try to do these kind of validations. Then you really will know, Sakina, whether hiring is happening or not, whether there is a true information or not. Most of the time, it's copy-pasted information.
Yes, sir. Or else, if we blindly believe the hirings and pay money, we will be in loss.
Don't pay 2 rupees also, ma. Don't pay. At Rise Trainings also, we are taking money for trainings and their placements, not just for job. Direct job, we don't take application. We take some applications who are already trained where their institutes are not taking care of their placements. For direct job at Rise Trainings, we are also not charging single rupee money. If he is trained only, we are picking this application. You have to underline that. Did I answer your question, Sakina?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, sir. If anyone, if you want to ask like this, like me as I ask, if you want any questions, there are only a few minutes left as we have to wind up the session and end it as it's already late. So please, guys, ask it and we will finish.
Yeah. The best thing is post in the chat. We'll answer here. That was a very valid question, Sakina, because even I was planning to do some YouTube video on this fake and fraud informations and fraud.
It is very important, sir. No one should pay. If we pay only, if we get wind up in pay, they will get more confident that people are fool, they are paying. If nobody will pay, they will get depressed that
emotionally they will ask you, ma, tomorrow is interview, pay 5,000. The worst thing is they say that I don't have 5,000 rupees with money. They'll ask, how much do you have? Do you have 2,000? Pay that. Yes. And they create some emergency. They create some FOMO.
They trick our mind, it tricks our mind as if we don't get a chance to call someone or ask. They train our mind like intentionally whatever we need to pay. Like that, they trick our mindset. So no one should pay to a job unnecessarily. If there is a payable job, it's a fake job only.
Thank you, Sakina. Yeah,
yes, we'll wind up. So much, and sir,
please.
Yes, sir, for telling us about career and also for moral support, like these fake jobs. I have forgotten, sir. Thank you so much for reminding about these important topic. It might save someone money or someone career by investing in fake jobs. And thanking you so much, sir, for being in Sunday and joining us and guiding us about these little problems and focusing on problems and positive comments also in IT. Thank you so much, sir, for having us with you. And we are glad to end up our PharmD Insight session with you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, as we from morning, as we are here to end up our session, as we have all the speakers take over this. So now we are going to end. Thank you so much for each and everyone.
Yes, any questions? Any questions so that I can answer? And I would like to share my LinkedIn ID. 1 second, ma. That would help me. And them also.
Yes, I will share. I will share all the speakers' details and LinkedIn IDs in group.
Here it is, friends. You can. Okay, ma, not a problem. Here is my ID. You can say stay connected professionally.
Yes, guys, don't worry. Every speaker's LinkedIn ID and their contact number which they provide and their PPTs also I will share with you in group, so you can review it again and you can contact with them if there is need. So don't worry, I will share all of this with you.
So hi,
thank you everyone. Thank you. Welcome, Ajit sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello, Dr. Ajit. How are you? Thank you.
I'm
Thank
good.
you
How are
for
you?
joining. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
So I
thanks.
hope, guys,
Thanks.
thank you
Ajit.
very much for being on this platform. And amazingly, you have answered many of the questions in your presentations. I was listening to Dr. Fahmy also from and I was listening to Sakina, and I was listening to you. Amazing. I think this was one of the wonderful and successful conference. Another successful conference by these young minds, and they have invited Dr. Peter. So it was an amazing. I think, guys, you have enjoyed and you have got a lot of things from these masters of their subjects in in the pharma field. So guys, thank you very much for joining again, and you will get all the contacts. These people are very much reachable on Instagram, LinkedIn, and everywhere. So I think we can wind up, guys. What do you say?
Yes, sir. We can wind up as it's too late.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
so
everyone. Thank you, Ajit sir, and
Thank
thank
you
you
very
to
much.
all the
Thank you,
speakers and
guys.
all the students. A very big thank
We
you
had
for
a
logging
we had
foundations, climate
yes.
research solutions, and RX doctors. Thank you so
We
much.
had a lot of good audience in YouTube also. In morning, I was just seeing there are 800 plus views, and in this also there are 500 plus views. There are a lot of people who have joined us in YouTube as well. So thank you guys here and in YouTube who have joined us. And yesterday evening only we have shared for the free, and I think we got around 700 plus registrations for this conference. So people will be seeing all of us, and all of our respected speakers. So I thank everyone, guys, and thank you all. Take care, guys. Good evening and have a good day. Have a good weekend now.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Take care, guys.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
All the best.
Thank you.